Check, check, check. Microphone check. Check, check, check. Okay, we up and running. We're here to speak about the infamous Andre Stevens tonight. Hashtag I'm Andre Stevens. So good night, ladies and gentlemen. Me, two and Jermaine no play for start. Keisha, alright, go and go sleep with on the boom. Okay, good night, ladies and gentlemen. So good night. I want to say good night to people on YouTube, OBC Radio, YouTube page who are streaming. We want to say good night to all the people on Olankon Fashion Boutique LLC Facebook group, Love the Met Facebook group page, Dr. Jermaine Gordon Facebook profile, OBC Facebook page on Instagram, and OBC radio page on Facebook, and Olankon Fashion Boutique, www.olankon.com. So we're here tonight streaming on all platforms, and my advisor is in the background. Her name is Pam. You can type in PAMMYE underscore OXOY on Instagram. Um, you can hear her mouthing in the background. But what we're here for tonight is speaking on the infamous Andre Stevens. Why? As you all know, I have public, I've made it publicly known that I am a part of the movement which led by my leader, Andre Stevens. What movement? The Partner Drum movement. Why I stand for the movement? Because the movement based on wiping out corruption, exposing corruption, whether it's in the government of Jamaica, the public sector, the private sector, school, church, and that's what we stand for. And for so far, there's a lot of things where he has come forth and brought to our attention, which is factual, and it's good to know that somebody from the inside and come out and speaking on behalf of it. So those are the sole reasons why I became a part of the movement. How I became a part of the movement, when I see what was going on, I saw a vision for this movement, and I see where they were like collecting, because what he has been doing was like doing this, feeding the homeless in Kingston, Jamaica, downtown. As as the because of those purpose now, I saw also where he has been collecting, asking for funds via Cash App or MoneyGram or Western Union. Now, as an entrepreneur, I know that it only takes a matter of time for a certain amount of money to go through these transfer agencies such as MoneyGram or Western Union for them to shut it down. And also, if you're sending money through Cash App, if there's constant money going through Cash App without it's a business account, you're gonna lose the Cash App account. So I stepped forward and I said, why don't you build a GoFundMe account? And on a live where everybody could see, I could bring back that live. Why don't you build a GoFundMe account, Andre, instead of going around and doing like this? And he said, Jermaine, you know, I don't know about them something they know. I don't know if you do these things, Jermaine, and it's not like I have anybody to help me to do those things. So I said, all right, hear what? Let me just stop that because I've been talking about this for a few days. Let me just do this right away. So I opened my laptop, went on right on the live, and I start putting the information for the GoFundMe. My sole intention was to create the GoFundMe page, put it in his name, and hand it over to him. That was my contribution and assistance to the thing. As I went along, and it was my first time doing a GoFundMe. As I start putting in the information for the GoFundMe, it starts asking certain information. So as I start asking the information, he said, Jermaine, certain those information you're not supposed to ask on live. So let me end the live and we come talk about it. So he ended the live and we went and we spoke. While we're on the face-to-face video call, asked all the information, put it in the GoFundMe stuff, and give him the password and stuff. But as I went on to do it, when it reached, I was like a bit concerned of how the transfer would go from the banking. In all fairness, it was me who went and did the GoFundMe. Nobody told me about this sum.
Eloquent fashion boutique or eloquent?
It's 11 o'clock now. I can't call Eloquent. Nobody told me about the fund. Nobody told me about speak about the price that was supposed to put. It was me who had a vision and said, okay, being at what's going on and things, the feeding homeless, and he's exposing a lot of stuff that's going on has been going on in the government. So I'm looking at things, and from an entrepreneur point of view, I'm looking at things and saying, okay, what's gonna happen is let me put this, because my number is 7. It's always 7, anything with 7. So I'm like, okay, 7,000 would be too small, because based on what it constant feeding the homeless and to endorse and what them going on and so forth and things. So I put it to 70,000 US dollars. It was nobody else's idea to put it at that. Nobody spoke to me about it to put it at 70,000. It was my sole idea of putting it 7, because 7 is my number. And as an entrepreneur, I was looking from that perspective, said the 70,000 would cover what they're doing with the vision of what I'm seeing with what's going on. Futuristic plan. As in getting not just the everyday coming on to Facebook and live just talking stuff, is to get like a whole website, get it LLC, register, where people can see people funding, they can see what it's going. So those are the business. As an entrepreneur, those were the point of view and perspective I have. We started the GoFundMe, and as I started it, I realized as putting in the banking information, it wouldn't allow me to put in somebody's bank information from Jamaica. So I was stuck in a dilemma. I was like, okay, I really didn't want to use my business to do it, because I have the Olankwan Fashion Boutique, we have the TV station that we put on, the network that we put on hold, and we're doing the radio, promoting the radio. So it's a whole thing. We have a lot of customers supposed to deal with. We have artists supposed to promote and stuff, and music, artists sending the music want to play. So it's a whole lot to deal with. So I didn't want to take on the role of putting the GoFundMe in for me to deal with it. But it's stuck where he couldn't do it, and he didn't have anybody else to do it and so forth. So I said, okay, I put my business on it, use the EIN number for the taxes and register card. Those are the documents that was required for a GoFundMe. It was my first time doing a GoFundMe. I have no knowledge, unbeknownst to me, what would have been the requirement for a GoFundMe account. It's OBC Radio, and we're here, and we're speaking about what's going. If you're wondering what's going on, we're speaking about the infamous Andre Stevens. This segment is sponsored to you by Olankon Fashion Boutique, where we sell men, females, and kids apparel and other convenience merchandise. You can visit the website at www.olanquan.com or give a call at 1-800-944-2166 or WhatsApp at the very same number 1-800-944-2166. So back to the heat of the matter, where we're talking about the infamous Andre Stevens. So as I was saying, we started the GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe reached 9. I started to market the GoFundMe page, the link, share the link. We have a WhatsApp group that we call the Partner Draw Movement, which at the time it was, I'm not sure how much people is in it now, but at the time it was 39 people that was in the Partner Draw Movement group. From the first 9, when the GoFundMe account reached $900, little over $900, I gotten Andre start contact me now. When money start coming to the account, Andre start contact me now and he said, Jermaine, I have my manager that I'm gonna send my manager so she can be connected to the GoFundMe account and so she can monitor it and deal with it. And then in my head I'm like, wait, but before there was nobody who to deal with it and nobody know about it. So all of a sudden a manager to come because in all fairness, what I was doing, I'm doing it because I've already put my business into this movement, and I'm a part of this movement, the source funding for the movement. I was contacted. In fact, just to retract, I was contacted by a few members from the diaspora who saw the infamous live with myself and Andre when he mentioned Footer Hype name. And they reached out to me and said they wanted to fund the movement. They like what he's doing, but they would like we to bring people now towards the UIC party. So that's the people on the international diaspora was more leaning towards the UIC party. I let that be known to the movement and let them know that's movement. However, while Andre is speaking about the stuff, exposing what's going on with the GLP government, which there are no lies, just to let that be cleared, the People's National Party reached out to Andre Stevens. Sit back, people. A member from the People's National Party, I wish not to say the name, a high-rank member from the People's National Party reached out to Mr. Andre Stevens, our leader for the Partner Draw Movement, and let him know that, okay, listen, I have a certain position, I'm going to get a certain position in the People's National Party, and the position that I'm going to hold, I can let in, and I'm able to let in anybody in the party. Just continue to do what you're doing with the Jamaica Labour Party, expose them, and I also wanted to start speak on the garbage that Mark Golden is doing so we can overthrow him out of the party and take control of the People's National Party. A code that was going on since 1986 in the People's National Party. Member of the People's National Party went against the grain and trusted Mr. Stevenson with that code and gave him that code. Mr. Stevenson went and gave 3 other persons that code and news went back to the People's National Party. So right now, in the People's National Party is a huge pandemonium going on with that said person, said individual, which I wish not to speak of the name, that said individual right now, it's like a minister without portfolio because the position that individual will know because of that quote that was given out against the grain of the People's National Party. It's like they don't trust that member just because of the mouth of Mr. Stevens. So moving right along, yeah. When the GoFundMe account reached almost $900, I was given Cash App information to send the money to Cash App. So I know I was gonna send again, 7 is my number. So I was gonna send $700. But I think back and I'm like, damn, I don't know this Cash App person. It's the first time I'm gonna Cash App. I don't want Cash App to be the wrong person. It can be a mistake and thing. I wanted to Cash App because through my business was involved. I wanted to Cash App it to my brother, and I know my brother is a reputable person, very big in Jamaica, can reach out and pass it on to him. So he said, no, you have this person and whatever, and the reputable and whatever, the wife of such and whatever. So I sent $1 to test, even though he gave me his word, said it was a reputable person. I sent $1 for a test. Got no response. I called the person in the number, his business partner, and the confirm of the dollar that was received, and they said yes, thanks, the dollar was received. So because they confirmed and said the dollar was received, I sent $750 to Jamaica for the movement to feed the homeless in Jamaica. Now, I wasn't gonna put anybody else on it because he started telling me to put these people to it to get it, and I wasn't gonna be stupid because I've already put my business into it. Jamaicans, all these people who he was talking about are in Jamaica. So if anything should happen with the IRS, they're coming for my business because this is a registered business in the US. And if I'm doing it, one thing I'm going to make sure that for the public, in the public eyes and the public domain, I want to be transparent with all transfer that goes on. And I want to write up in the article in the Gleaner and the Observer that OBC Radio has sponsored such a movement for feeding the kids and show the receipts, which we have all the receipts. So moving right along, so those were the sole purpose why I didn't want to add anybody else from Jamaica to it, that he was all of a sudden start giving me these names. I sent $750, so $751 was sent to Jamaica. This was the week. Excuse me. Let me get some tea.
It's not tea.
Who is this sending me a request? Oh, and I said the Partner Jar movement is here listening. Mm-hmm. I don't really want to accept nobody now. Oh, but I already did. Who this? Yeah, who this? All right, yo, me don't want the distraction. You want to stay in a day? Yeah. Oh, you're part of the movement? Okay. Set good. Set good, Kenisha, right? Let's just come set it good and excuse ourselves. So that was set good, Kenisha, because we have to make a public announce disclaimer because the media land on another platform is listening. So that was set good, Kenisha, on Instagram platform. To those of you who are listening. And I know a lot of people are going to take this and run with it, but please quote me properly because if you don't quote me properly, I will make a disclaimer and take you down. Okay? So all those people know, the bloggers and stuff that's gonna run with it. Please do it with respect. Now, moving right along, I sent 750, so it's a total of $751 I sent to Jamaica. This was in the very same time, just before he got the scratch in his face. Now I sent $751 to Jamaica. Oh my God, speaking of the scratch, let me show you karma. When people think they are the bee, karma, my sister, come against. Because let me just, as I'm speaking now, it just come to my mind. I just acknowledge something. When I send the 750, remember I send the $1 as a test. And I had was the call to let them find out if the dollar was sent. They respond and say, yes, the dollar was sent and thank you. So I sent $750. I'm yet to get a thank you or an acknowledgement that the $750 was sent. No, let me not say I'm yet to, because 3 weeks after I got an acknowledgement because of an altercation. But let me just let you know what happened now. The $750 sent, nobody said nothing to me. No, I'm in the group, and while I'm in the group, nobody said nothing. Nobody acknowledged nothing. I see the leader go on live. Oh, till you come on live because my battery dead on that. Hush. I saw my leader go on live. He went on live and he's talking about, oh damn, no, I tell you, look at how much views, say, when I went on live, I saw him talking to, I don't know who he was walking with, but just as I went on live, because I went to bed after 3 in the morning, if not minutes to 4. And he was supposed to, that was the first time going back on the radio in Jamaica. And he was supposed to be on the radio station on the 7 o'clock in the morning. When I woke up to go to listen to him on the radio, I realized it was already, it has already ended. Why? Because I woke up 4 minutes after 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I went on Facebook and I realized there was a notification from the group that he's on live. And just as I went on live, I catch like 10 minutes of his live. And just as I went on live, I'm hearing him talking about something that we spoke about as a leader, because I'm one of the leaders in the partner draw movement. And we have a WhatsApp group with a group of people, and we have a leader group, which I was against the leaders group because I was about transparency. So everybody in the group is a family, and we're about one team, so everything, receipt and everything in the group. He was saying, no, there's supposed to be a body of members and so forth and so on. So I'm like, okay, the odd was against me, so I accept, and we have a leadership group. So the leadership group is there and the public group is there. I went in the public group, which I think we are all family. In fact, that was the reason why the leadership group was made. I thought we are all family and we're in one movement. So if I go in the group, because we spoke about something privately, all the leaders and the members of the movement spoke about something, and I drove him up and let him know that, listen, even though I'm on the inside, I'm listening to the people on the outside. I pointed out to him that, remember, Spice crushed Footer Eye. Me and Andre was on a live, that live that went viral when he mentioned Footer Eye name. Honestly, it was unbeknownst to me that Andre really didn't know who Footer Eye was. Because I thought he was speaking sarcastically when he mentioned that he wanted to have Footer Eye. He's not going to release the record of the Prime Minister's wife going to Marasca Road and the brawl, which is something that I've heard the record myself. Until he's on a live with myself, him, Footer Hype, and Diane. I thought he was being sarcastically because had I knew that he was serious on that matter, I would have let him know. Oh no, I would have shut it down right there and let him know. No, you would never be on a live with Footer Hype. The fact that that very same day you just came out to the public that you're a member of the LGBTQ. Why? Footer Hype he may have his ways as much as I'm a member of the LGBTQ. I have to respect him because him have it. He stand against something and he stand firm, and he has come against a whole lot of people who have money and that has been around him and cut them off because of his stand. So it's no reason why you would think, who is you for Footer Hype to cut that and come on a platform with you when you just announced that you're gay. So I said to him that I listened because of what he said. That's what resurrect Footer Hype, because in all fairness, Spice had cut down Footer Hype and the Canadians. So there's nobody talking about Footer Hype or anything until after Andre mentioned Footer Hype. So that was a resurrection for Footer Hype. Because what Andre said spoke Footer Hype interest, and he came out and made a live and rebutted. And I remember that was one of the live that I sat and watched, even though I was like, me not like Footer Hype because him not like our people. But I had was to sat down and watch that live, and the more I try to turn off it, his word keep catching, because there were certain things that he was saying that, yes, if you have something to say to the public, say it. You don't need my platform to come and say it. You're looking for clout, you're looking for followers, you're looking for likes. Then I hear another gentleman and another blogger went and piggyback on it and talking about it. So there's a lot of people now who came on, because, which in all fairness, Footer Hype also mentioned that, yes, what you're saying is true and you have things to say, but then it look like you have an agenda when you're going to say, oh, you're just waiting for my platform. And those were the issues why I was to listen to him, and I was like, damn, it's making a lot of sense. So I can see now where a lot of people now with kind of on the fence, sitting down, kind of, all right, let me watch and see what's going on. So I, as a member of the movement and a leader of the team, went to him and I said to him, listen, even though I'm inside, I'm on the outside and I'm listening and I'm hearing people. When you go on live, I've seen where you are putting in the group, you're red marking the circles, the amount of views that you get and the amount of followers that you get, and you post it in the group. So I pointed it out to him, said, listen, in a private group with the leaders, said, listen, this is something that people have been speaking about, which Footer Hype and another blogger have been speaking about. They have a lot of followers, so a lot of people, looking. And even myself, you had me listening to Footer Hype. Come and said to him, and you resurrect him. You had me listening to him. And when I listen to him and hearing what he's saying, you portraying yourself to whatever Footer Hype opinion is, you making it becomes a reality by highlighting the likes and the amount of followers. People see the followers, people see the likes, people see that you're trending, people see that you're talking, people hearing you. Don't go out and highlight those things, because now you're playing into the hands of what people were saying. After I spoke to him and I said those things, the morning when I woke up, the 10 minutes of the live that I catch on Facebook, I hear him, he was walking with somebody, and I hear he saying to the person, you know that I have 15,000 views on one something, and on the individual asks, so how much on Instagram? Instagram, it's more on Facebook, but Instagram would be like something amount. I don't want to count the amount, but it's like, for instance, you would say like about 300. It's like 300 views on Instagram, but on Facebook it's a lot of thousands. And And in my mind, I'm like, no, this is the day after I sent him just the $151. So in my mind now, everything that Footer Hype was saying that I was listening, where I was trying to avoid listening him, is playing out. So I went in the group now, and because I started comment, but right away he ended the live. So I went in the WhatsApp group, which is the Partner Draw Movement group, where I'm thinking, okay, we're all family. You love it, E? Let me add my advisor. Yeah, I realized, and I said that I make a public disclaimer and announcement. Okay, well now you're here. So as I am there and I said to him, I went in the WhatsApp group now, which I'm thinking, okay, we are all a member of that group. We're a family. We stand for one thing. We can say things there, and anything don't come out of the group. I said to him, Andre, because in the meeting with the leaders the day before, one of the females said, it wasn't me who said it, one of the females said, Andre, when you're on your live, why don't you promote the small business them that are supporting you on your live? And so the following morning now, I said to him in the group, Andre, I spoke to you about I'm a petty person. Like what I'm doing now, it's petty, but it's really where the movement is about corruption, wiping it out all across the board. And I'm just putting it out there so you let me know if it's corruption. Period, point blank. You're wrong for trouble, Zion. So after I send the $751, remember I get a thank you for the dollar, not to get any acknowledgement for the $750 that was sent. The $750 was supposed to go. I heard that it was going for care packages because they wasn't going to feed the homeless that day. It was going for care packages, like certain crackers and stuff for the homeless down in Kingston. But it didn't went to them because that week he got scratched by the kitten. So from that week, $751 went to Jamaica and nobody has gotten fed. Just let that sink right there. Okay? So I went in the group and I said, Andre, people has been, in fact, before I went in the group, people has been calling me privately that's in the group and saying certain things to the live ended. That was, oh no. This God. Mm-hmm. Oh, my bad. I forgot that. I forgot that I'm on the other live because the Instagram live just ended, so I restarted it. And I just stopped, forgetting that I'm on another platform, on 9 other platforms. Yes, welcome to everybody that joining back on the live on Instagram. The live just ended on Instagram, so I had to restart it. It had me like a freeze just now because the other platform was continuing listening. So, as I was saying now, I went in the group the following morning, and I said, Tilly, send back a request when you come on, and share the live as you come on, people. I went in the group and I said, Andre, the time we spoke about you acknowledging the numbers and the views, people already see them and know them. Stop highlighting that because you're playing into the hand of what people are saying. The time you're taking to say do stuff like those. Big up OBC Radio and the other small business them that's sponsoring you. You have a lot of people viewing you and a lot of people looking and hearing what you're saying. Big up those people. So as because I said that in the group, he took offense to it and he came and he put me on blast and he delete me out of the group. Now he delete me out of the group without even telling me thanks or acknowledge that I just sent them yesterday $151. I didn't came on a public platform like what I'm doing now and said anything I'm like it be known to no one. It was unbeknownst to anyone in the public. However, I took it as a good older person, as a the bigger person, as people always telling me, oh, be the bigger person. And what I did, I went on and I spoke to them, spoke with the leaders of the group, and in fact, he even removed himself from the group when I spoke. The leader removed himself from the group. And he removed himself from the group and we spoke, and then they had him back in the group, and it reached a time when I also had removed myself from the group. So it was a whole back and forth. Now, things that I wasn't comfortable with is people was constantly contacting me in my inbox, and I have the receipts to show if they press to go forward. Where a lot of people have been complaining to me that there are certain things about Andre that they want to bring to his attention. They respect what he's saying and want to be a part of the movement, but there are certain things and certain ways about him where he need to address himself properly. I ask people constantly, why you're in the group, why don't you go and say those things in the group? Oh no, Jermaine, you're crazy. I can't tell him something because I don't want Andre to start a live and call my name. And every individual that I've spoken with have the same feeling. There are certain things about Andre that they would love to talk to him about, tell him to pull up, do this better, or go certain, because they respect him and they see that what he's talking about is true, but there's certain way he go about stuff that need to be done more properly as going about, say, as a leader. However, he don't like correction. You don't take correction well, and he feel like you're coming against him when you give him correction. And his sole purpose as a leader when he speak is I, and those things didn't sit well with me because I've always spoke out about those things. As a leader, you can't be speaking because you're speaking so much about Andrew Owners. But if I watch you all the way and give you the control of Jamaica, you will come and run it like Andrew Owners because you run it with like an iron fist. When you speak, you don't speak of the other people that's there with you, the supporters. You just say, I am the most strategical. I am the most strategical this, and I am the most strategical person. And I am the most strategical person. And I am this, and I am not we, and not us as a people. And I keep putting those things to him as an entrepreneur and saying to him, listen, you have to let people know that it's a movement. It's not just your own. Because I've been getting a lot of, I'm just letting everything out right now. I've been getting a lot of information from people that people out to get Andre. In fact, I've get to understand that Andrew Owners send out the special task force in JDF to take away Andre Stevens. Let me repeat myself. It is alleged that Andrew Owners gave the special task force permission to take away Mr. Andre Stevens. Now, I have heard the recording with the whistleblower with my own ears. So really, I don't have to say allege. The whistleblower is a member of that special task force in the JDM. We couldn't say these things to Mr. Andre Stevens. I'm just making it publicly now because I'm letting it out. We couldn't even say these things to Mr. Andre Stevens. He's hearing these things now very first time. But the special task force in the JDF have gotten permission to take out, let Mr. Andre Stevens disappear by Andrew Holness. And I've heard with my very ears a member from that very special task force. I don't want to go too deep into it. Yeah? Not just that, somebody else contacted me and said, you sure you want to continue supporting this and doing what you're doing? Because people have gotten news from people out there that he's going to be taken away. And I said, oh, I've already know about that. We're dealing with his security measures and stuff, and excuse me, the US government is watching and so forth. And the individual said to me, oh no, we're talking about in the street people. And I'm like, oh. These things we couldn't say to Andre because everything we said to Andre would have come out and talk out. But people are work for his security inside. But everywhere people try to link with him, Andre burn bridges because it's about I and it's him and it's me and it's just me and it's just I. After the $750 was sent, the $750 was sent, $751 was sent to Jamaica. Remember now, the cause that it went for was supposed to go for, it didn't happen because he got scratched by the kitten. We all know about that infamous story. So ever since then, there is no feeding of the homeless since then. So there is $751 there in Jamaica. Now, Wayne Lawson made a live, and I don't know what, well, let me not say I don't know, because in all fairness, Wayne Lawson was supposed to target Mark Golden with the questions that was given to him. But however, based on the interview that Wayne Lawson did with Mark Golden, it seems like it was a paid out interview because it would think like it's two friends that was having a drink. So the movement came against Wayne Lawson, and Wayne Lawson went off on female and discriminate and talk a lot of crap and talk about some stuff. And it's so funny because he mentioned about Miss Karen Cross that has some legal issues and has to pay $750,000 Jamaican dollars. If with something, but when I look at the, unbeknownst to me, I didn't even know about that when the $70,000 was created in the GoFundMe. But Wayne Lawson came and he spoke about and he tried to belittle the movement and talk about it. But, because in all fairness, he didn't do justice in asking the real issues that should matter to Jamaican people, and has the opposition leader that he was interviewing and say he was going to ask the hard question, and he received the hard questions from the people that was supposed to ask and didn't ask. So people were saying from the movement that it was he get paid out for it. So Wayne Lawson came and he's talked a lot of crap about the movement and the GoFundMe and stuff. Ever since Wayne Lawson, to be honest, ever since Wayne Lawson spoke about that issue, no money has come in the GoFundMe. Now, 24 persons have donated money in the GoFundMe account. I've been constantly beating the people in the group. If you're a supporter, let me see you share the GoFundMe link on your profile. Let me see you. I'm the only one sharing the stuff, or this other guy, Wayne, from the UK. And even Andre do live morning and evening, twice a day. Sometimes Instagram even lock him off. Facebook lock him off him due to Instagram. So much people listen to him, so much, but you never hear him talk about the GoFundMe. All these other issues and the likes and the fame and all these stuff. Those things always bother me, and I always spoke about them in the group or speak to the leaders of the group. Now today I'm speaking to my niece. I just fell asleep when I got up and I saw speaking to my niece and I saw a notification come up on my phone, came up on my phone from Andre Stevens. I'm gonna exit this group. So I'm like, oh, let me go see what's going on here. Who messed with my leader? When I went in the group, I'm seeing message as I scroll from the bottom to the top. I'm seeing message and I see one that stick me. Money is in the GoFundMe and I can't get it, and people in Jamaica hungry. Now this is in the public group, not the leaders group, and Andre has not contacted me or spoke to me about anything. Now what you guys don't, for those of you who know about GoFundMe and those who don't know, you will know what I'm saying is factual. Remember I said when the GoFundMe reached $900, I sent $750 from that GoFundMe. The rest of money that's in the GoFundMe, I don't know if that spoke some interest and people looking into it and it's have an investigation going on or people report it or whatever. But it has been that money, the balance from the $900, from the $750 has been in an hold. Whenever that removed from GoFundMe, an email is sent and said how much is coming in to the account where it's going to transfer in our account. And then we take it from our account and send it to Jamaica. No email has been coming in, and that money is still been on hold. Unbeknownst to me, or what? His partners, however, reached out to me and said, listen, there has been an issue where the premier kitchen stuff the logo need to come off the GoFundMe page and put up the partner jar logo. Even though I was the one that said, let's build the logo. Oops. The partner jar movement. Even though I was the one that said, let's build the accept. I think I accept. It said, yeah. I don't know what happened.
Free Spirit Sunny Days. WA Business Audio.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Okay, no, you're not on speaker. But I'm on live. Yes, I'm on live. Okay, yeah. Okay, that was a member from the group. So, as I was saying, we spoke about these issues, and a lot of people have been reaching out to me and saying certain things. And I said, talk to Andre because I don't want it seems like I'm coming up, or they're scared of saying anything to you because you go on live and call them. I'm in the group and I see the notification saying I'm upset. I'm gonna leave the group because I'm upset because money is in the GoFundMe and people hungry at Jamaica and can't get it. And me I go talk my mind. Okay. So I was like, oh, damn, I never knew meeting was keeping over here. And the meeting was about Dr. Jermaine Gordon. Okay. Well, let's talk. Because it's because of your mouth. Your very same mouth. The People's National Party take you up and try to use you to get out Mark Golding, which that happened because them getting out Mark Golding. You have to go. And they want to give you, because you have a bright political future ahead of you, they want to give you a seat to run as councillor against one of those people. But you went and got chat. Who this? Oh, you went and got chat. The code that the people from the People's National Party give you. You never know some know these things. No, nobody don't call me now and tell me if I stop it. It's too late for that now. Because Andre Stevens tell me say him gonna fix my business. The last time I checked, Olankwan Fashion Boutiques have already been fixed. Facebook, we make over $10,000 on Facebook. It's not bragging rights, but we have been fixed. Olankwan Fashion Boutique have 26 peoples in Pakistan designing, stitching the products. Because we have been fixed. We have people in Canada and India working on the back end, what you call SEOs, to keep us in the algorithm on all social media platforms, because we have been fixed. May 5th coming. It's the second year Olankwan Fashion Boutique. It's been, I don't want nobody calling, because when I wanted to speak to y'all, I wasn't speaking. And what I get to understand that you yourself had a lot of stuff to talk about with Andre, because Andre make it known in the group that you yourself said you don't want to deal with Jermaine Gordon because he's an idiot. When I said get me the partner draw movement thing and let me remove Premier logo. Yeah? But Olankwan Fashion Boutique have been fixed. It has been so fixed that we move on and open another business. We open another business. It's too late for that now. We open another business, OBC Radio, and it's a recording label license with ASCAP. Google us, check us out. It's not any plaything. We are real. Yeah? So when you're gonna come out and spoke about, you're gonna fix my business. The time you're gonna invest in fixing something that have already been fixed. Let me advise you where to take that time and energy. Let me advise you where to take that time and energy. But wait. Oh. No, me now get off a track now. The time when you're gonna take to fix something that have already been fixed. Let me advise you where to utilize that time and energy. Premier Kitchen is facing eviction. Spend that time and energy on that. The time and energy that you take and you come on Instagram to try to get numbers and clout, because it's no longer about a movement. I've spoken to you on numerous occasions, and other people have reached out to me. I don't have to out anybody because I have the receipts. We're not seeing you as a leader. We're supposed to lead and supposed to do things. You come on with any little dirty clothes, the same clothes you was in the hospital, you come out the next morning, people talk to you about it, and you jump and you're just crazy, you just go on and you go on, because it's all about you, and you are the most educated. I am the most because I did this and I did that and I did this. A movement can't be about one person. A good leader can't speak about I. They speak about us and speak about... Okay, let me see. Yes,
Put me on speaker.
you're on speaker.
You are taking that phrase, "may I go fix your business," out of context. That was nothing to do with all it one. When him say, "may I go fix your business," it's just like the whole of with Jamaican. If we are going to cuss you, we say, "may I go fix your business." Please do not attach that to your business. That was nothing personal about your business.
Wayne,
It was
you
referring
can't
to
you
that
can't
fix your
speak
business.
on behalf of that when my business name was tagged Olankwan Broadcasting Company. I quote Olankwan Broadcasting Company. I'm going to fix your business. And not only that, before that was said, there's a lot of things that was said in the group before I was removed out of the group. So nobody wanted me to speak in the group.
Andre, he did mention your business, but what he did says all you're about is promoting your business. He said that.
Then what's wrong with me promoting my business?
But it wasn't.
If I'm the sole funder of your stuff, what's wrong with me promoting my business? What's wrong? And I wasn't speaking about. No, listen. I wasn't speaking about promoting my business. When I spoke, it was a lady in the group, a part of the leader meeting, who said Andre need to talk about people who are supporting him and stop talking about the likes. Remember, Scooter Hype don't come shut down that already, and people are look on him as those, and him come on him as circle. We spoke about these things. Andre didn't want to listen because it's all about Andre. Andre was wrong when he went in the group and talk about Jamaican people hungry and money in the GoFundMe and him not getting it, like Andre Stevens give me something to put down. And it's not like said the money come out and it's in my account and I'm utilizing it because me not need it. There is no wrong on my part. Well, if there is, listen, if there is a wrong on my part, I would appreciate you all make a live and express where I'm wrong. Period.
You and Andre have a way of putting each other on blast rather than be diplomatic. I've spoken to both of you about that before, haven't I?
Okay, so let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. On numerous occasions, Andre is there leading a movement and we are a part of the movement. And not to like brag or boast, but I'm not like a fool boy or nothing. I've elevated myself. I'm an entrepreneur. And we're amongst everybody, and I don't want to feel like I'm more than anybody else, but we're amongst a group of people where we're trying to unite, where both parties, the JLP party and the PNP party, come together and say, okay, we're trying to build a better Jamaica, we're rooting out corruption. But don't tell me, say, after I send $751, the next day you're going to put me out of a group because I said what somebody had said the day before. Listen, stop talking about the likes and the followers that you're getting. Endorse the small business them that's supporting you. What was wrong with me saying that? Obviously, we haven't passed through that because we're back at it today where I'm in a group and I'm looking. I didn't even know that something was going on. I saw a group a message notification came up. The leader saying he's going to exit the group. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting defensive. Who messed with my leader? Only to know, unbeknownst to me, the meeting was about me. In the public group, not in the leader group. That money in the GoFundMe account. Now, you're all gonna look like stupid because the money is still in the GoFundMe. No, the money is still in the GoFundMe account, and this is why I said when we created that group and I came a part of this, I said I wanted everything to be transparent in the public group. I don't care for the private group about leaders because when leaders happen, that's the same thing that happened with Andrew Holness, he can do that the very same thing. So I want to be very transparent, especially that my business is involved. I want to be transparent with everything that I do, every money that come in, every money that go out. I wanted to put that in the public group. I did say that and make that announce a disclaimer publicly. However, other people felt differently that, oh no, we're supposed to have a private group and stuff and whatever. But however, $751 has been sent to Jamaica when that account was almost $900. And they have yet to feed the people of Jamaica with that $750. For our leaders to come in the group and make an announcement that there is still money in the account and the people of Jamaica hungry, like say Olankwan Fashion Boutique or OBC Radio have that money spending It is wrong, disrespectful, and out of order. And I'm going to show him up because we are here. The partner draw movement is about corruption. So we are here to expose corruption because the PNP party try to assist where you would never know. Let me tell you this because me I talk a lot of things where you will never know. The PNP party reach out to Andre Stevens. Yes.
These are the things that you need to think careful about.
Oh no, I no longer need to think because when Andre there leg on him out, for Andrew Oles he wasn't thinking. When he was leg on him out for Mark Golden, he wasn't thinking. When all these people in the group that love what he's saying and respect the truth that he's outspoken and corruption, everybody was saying to him, okay, now you got to draw up yourself and show yourself as a leader. You can't get up in the same dirty clothes. What happened? Loyalty should have known when him and the leader and him coming at the group come talk about the GoFundMe. Andre didn't give me nothing to put down. And that money from Wayne Low some came. You know why we're not gonna look like stupid? Because you know why I do this? You know, let me tell you something, Wayne. Let me tell you something, Wayne. Hold on, let me let you understand, Wayne. Let me let you understand. Yes.
$751 was sent. The people haven't been fed. Are you saying you're not aware that that 751 pound wasn't the
$751.
That took care of the food, the care packages?
What care packages? Because nobody has been getting no care packages since.
No, did you not see Karen on Andre on the live doing care packages?
When?
About a day or two after that woman attacked Andre.
That's a lie. That's a lie because the day or two of her, from that day.
No, Jermaine, the live is there. The live is there.
Okay.
So
I'm a part. All right. If the live is there and that's unbeknownst to me, because from what I've been knowing and what I've been hearing in the group, since hold on, Wayne. You just asked a question. Hold on. From my perspective, hold on, Wayne. With all due respect, Wayne. No. Hold on, Wayne. You ask a question, Wayne. You ask a question, and let me answer that question. From my perspective, and what I've been hearing in the group, since that lady scratched Andre's face, it stopped the movement and the people in Jamaica hungry, and nothing has done since. That's what I've been hearing when people call me. You are not the person calling me asking me about GoFundMe money for transfer to Jamaica. So you are not. That's why I say I don't. That's why I say everything's supposed to be transparent in the group because been with the she say. That's why I record every mumma bumbuk. That's why I record everybody will talk to me.
I think if whatever other members speak to you about in confidence shouldn't have to come out in public if you and Andre have a dispute.
Well, you should let Andre, that's our leader, know that when he's gonna come in the group, remember in a way, I reach out to you and said to you, listen, they reach out to me and said they're not advertising the GoFundMe page because it's a conflict of interest with the Premier logo on it. So let's put the partner draw movement. I reached out to you and said to you because you have a GoFundMe yourself on your different thing in England. I reached out to you and said because you understand it, let's sit together and see if you can guide me how to change the logo from Premier logo to GoFund to the Partner Draw Movement logo. You replied and said to me that you are busy. And it's been almost a week now that you have been busy. Now today, our leader expressed in the group that you said you no want to deal with me because me is a hothead. It's hypocritical now for you to come and said all these things that you're saying when we could have deal with that in the leadership group and not in the public group that they removed me out of. I sent $750 when the GoFundMe account reached $900. And I still can show all the evidence. Hold on. I still can show and prove all the evidence that since Wayne Lawson did that live, no money else have come in that GoFundMe account and no money else has been transferred from the GoFundMe account to our account. But yet still every day I'm getting call from Odin, who is Andre. It's not you alone, it's not me alone can give account for that, because guess what? I have spoken to Andre Stevens' partner on numerous occasions. Not only that, I'm a journalist and there are certain things that I hear and I asked and said, okay, him said to me, him can get all those information and Ray and stuff. I said, okay, let me get those stuff and so I can put them out and stuff. Not to give away the resources, because I'm afraid to give Andre them, because Andre will go back and call them name.
I said to Andre, when it comes to the GoFundMe, let Mr. O deals with Jermaine, because Jermaine is a very miserable person and I am afraid of the headache. Yes, I did say it. But I didn't. Even if you want to take it in.
But that's hypocritical for you to say that way, because when, hold on, remember when I draft up Andre, remember when I draft up Andre, you was in agreement, hold on, Wayne. Remember when these things were happening and I came on the group and I started talk about these things publicly in the group, which I think it's a family group, it was okay for me to speak of it. You were the one that called me and said, listen, you must let me, you and Mr. O deal with Andre and deal with those things. Draft him up. Not publicly, but deal with. And I expressed to you, said, I'm not going to be a yes man. Why it wasn't dealt with then? Why it wasn't dealt with then? Why I came in, you know what's so funny? I came in the group and it's over 15 messages. Over 15 messages Andre sent in that group. Unbeknownst to me, until I saw the notification that he was going to exit the group. Why nobody in the group never said nothing to him and said, oh no, this is not the place to do that. Go in the leadership group and said nothing. It's too late to apologize.
Listen, I said from time to time, I want certain things to be discussed among the council. However, you and Andre had what you had in both groups tonight, Jermaine. There was no reason for you to take this on live.
There, okay. What? Let me let you understand something, Wayne. I study people. Yeah? I know the people that are in the group. Now, I remember when myself and Andre was on a live, and Andre remembers certain conversation about a runner and the church. And he came and dressed it up. And I even said, listen, I want no one to go and run with this such and such and such. However, somebody from the movement went and did the very same thing and quote it that way. So before anybody go and quote me and what I said, I am going to come up, because Andre, our leader, went in the public group and said he's going to remove himself from the group. Why? Because there's money in the GoFundMe account and the people in Jamaica hungry. Andre, they give me nothing for put on.
Jermaine, after he spoke what he said, I'm going to remove myself from the group for 24 hours to calm down. That's what he said.
Too much time Andre come and disrespect people and then him use this bipolar thing. I'm bipolar. Me diagnosed in America for bipolar 2. Me don't know which bipolar I'm diagnosed for. And however, I'm not coming and using when I disrespect people and style people to come out and say, oh yes, or say, oh, you know what? The devil come upon me, and no, it's a lie.
You never realize that you accept me something there long time.
Accept you what?
You know, in your life.
Of course, it ain't the life. That's why when me see you call me, I wonder, oh yeah, call.
Jermaine, the disgrace not necessary.
No, the disgrace never. All right, let me let you understand. The ass is already.
Listen, let me say something to you. From the minute you are Andre.
Let hang up this because you realize you're there on yourself. No, but let me understand you. Let me tell you something. You see, if it was in the leader group, I could have understand it. Now Andre has my number and we spoke. We speak. I have never blocked Andre. So if Andre feels some way and feel that way and is in his feeling, he should reach out to me. If he put it in the leader group, it could have been control and contain. Because it's only 9 person or 7 person in the leadership group. The fact that he put it in the public group where it's over 50 person in it, where people are bloggers and a lot of people who are saying they are in support of the movement. Not really in support of the movement, but they're there to ride on his name and to piggyback off his fame and his name, that is his thing that is going. So they will go ahead now once Andre come out and said, oh, there is money in the GoFundMe. You come out and over 50 person in a group with over 8 bloggers in that group that love run go with things. And you as a leader gonna come out and said, oh, I'm gonna remove myself from the group because money is in the GoFundMe and people in Jamaica is hungry. What are you saying to those bloggers? Olankwan Fashion Boutique or OBC Radio is a scam. Oh no, I'm gonna root it up and expose it for what it is. It's wrong and it's outright disrespectful. And said, let us deal with it, me, you, and Mr. O. But however, I realized you has became a yes man for Mr. Andre Stevens. Well, you have to understand. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you something where the different approach come. And I respect your approach, Wayne. But let me show you something where my approach come from. And you got to understand that from a businessman point of view. It's Olankwan Fashion Boutique on OBC Radio. Business that's on the line, that's funding the movement. Nobody else. All those other money that go through Cash App and those little private entity, that's totally different. Now my business is on the line. I have to speak. Hold on. I am the one who have to speak solely to Uncle Sam. Hold on, Wayne. I am the one who solely have to speak to Uncle Sam when it comes to all this money going into Jamaica. Right. That's one. Now, 2. Yes. Oh no, that's already. Why do you think this is happening? It's for a public disclaimer to let them know, say, listen, I'm no longer part of that movement and I'm going to dismantle this GoFundMe. But the fact that he mentioned that he is going to fix my business, I'm just here to enlighten him and tell him to let him know that at the end. Oh no, he tagged. Okay. All right. This is what he said, and I quote, I read people. Bring the argument here, so make I fix your business at Olankwan Broadcasting Company. You're going to tell me it wasn't for who? Okay. All right. Let's take it. That's all right. Hold on now, Wayne. All right. Let's piggyback on what you're saying. Yeah? Now, he have already, hold on. After I've sent $751 to them for the cause. The next day after, I was removed out of the group. I've yet to get an apology and I've yet to get a thank you, but I was added back to the group. Yeah? No, I've been the bigger person because I always hear it, be the bigger person. So I be the bigger person. Hold on. I be the bigger person and I'm still a part of the movement. Nobody knew about these things publicly. This happened for months. Nobody knew about these things that the day after, even before he gets scratched up in his face. I sent 2 days before that, I sent him $151. And the day after he removed me from the group, that was the thank you. And he gets scratched up in his face. Nobody knew about that. I didn't came publicly and spoke about that. You know why? Because I've been the bigger person. So now you're saying, okay, after he disrespect me again in the group publicly by coming and saying he as a leader, he's going to remove himself from the group. Why? Because the people in Jamaica are hungry and money and they go fund me and they're not getting it. I don't care about your go off. My business is on the line, not win. I really don't care for you right now. And it's no disrespect. My business is who Uncle Sam gonna come to asking where this money going into Jamaica. So hold on. When after I accept and I've been, hold on Wayne. After I accept and I've been the bigger person, the first time after I sent $750 to Jamaica, I've yet to get a thank you, however I was disrespected and removed out of the group when spoken out of it. I've been the bigger person and I've moved on. We reach here now. And again, he came in not in the leader group, but in the public group. And over 15 fucking messages was sent in that group. Not one of your blood clot come up and said to Andre, because you're all fucking afraid of Andre going on live and public on a blood clot name. Don't fuck with me and piss on my feet and tell me it's fucking raining. But why nobody said to Andre when he met the 15 posts in the group? 14 posts before I saw the 15th one. Well, let me tell you why I bring Mr. O in it. Because Andre mentioned Mr. O publicly in the group and make it seems like Mr. O and you, hold on Wayne. Andre make it seems like publicly in the group that Mr. O and you had conversation and you guys hated me and you want to get rid of me. That's what Andre said in the group. Well, that's how I take it. All right, and hold on. Let me ask you something, Wayne. We are doing a movement. We're funding the movement, yeah? And there's a conflict of interest with the Premier logo that's on it. You know that you are the one that helped me out into fix something that was on it, changing some little thing. And I reached out to you and said, okay, show me how to get the logo changed because I don't understand how to change the logo. You said you were busy. I took it that, okay, benefit of the doubt you were busy because the weather and stuff was going on, the blowing away was going on in England, the UK. So now, after days going on to almost a week, you have yet to reach out to me about changing the logo. So now this conversation, hold on, look how it look. This conversation is brought to my attention. 14 messages went in the group before, unbeknownst to me. On the 15th one, I saw the notification when my leader said he's going to remove from the group. Now, me get defensive, who messing with my leader and going to the group, only to know that the conversation was about me and the fact that money is in the GoFundMe and them not getting it. Where's the $750 that was sent? No money has yet moved from the GoFundMe over to me. Why nobody said to Andre Stevens when he said not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 14 messages, different messages in the group? Why nobody said to him, no Andre, you're going about this the wrong way? All he said, oh no, me have a lot to talk about. I may have things to talk about and me I hold my mouth long. Well, me I hold my mouth long too. Because me I hold my mouth long. Because Andre make a certain woman in the People's National Party can't move her political career. Andre burn bridges everywhere he go. I know it's not necessary because everybody's embarrassed, but it's the truth. And if you did talk to Andre privately, this wouldn't reach you. So Andre fucking out of order. No, it was best to Mr. O. It was said, it was you who called me and said, listen, whenever we have to correct Andre, let me, you, and Mr. O do it, not publicly in the group. And I said to you, well, I don't take the group as this is public. This what I'm doing now is public. I'm on 9 other platforms, including this one. This what I'm doing now is public. Now, in the WhatsApp group, I'm thinking that everybody in the WhatsApp group is a family. We are all on one team about one movement. We're a team. I also expressed and let people know that, listen, the fact that my business is involved, I would love to come in the group and make the receipt and stuff be known in the group. Otherwise, people were saying, oh no, let's do it in the leadership stuff. I was in disagreement to that. But the odds was against me, and I obliged. Now, 14 messages was sent in the group. Not one person came out and said, oh no, Andre, you're going about this the wrong way. Let's not do this here. Let's take it here. If you have some feelings away, reach out to me. Oh, yesterday I'm on Andre live talking and he's calling me when I'm even in the comments just watching. Dr. Gordon, come on, Dr. Gordon. But yet still you feel this way? Don't piss on my feet and tell me it's raining. Sure. Guess what? That's the issue. Guess what? I've already slept. I woke up and was talking to my niece. And while talking to my niece, I saw the notification came in. Unbeknownst to me, before I saw that notification, there was 14 other messages that came in blasting me. You're intervening right now. What are you talking about? You're here telling me, no, it's done. But yet still, when Andre started it, no one tried to tell him, stop, it's not right. Don't do this here. Oh, now it's the family. But when I brought it in the group to the family and told him, listen, you must big up the people that supporting the small business. They are family. When I thought the group was family, and I said, Andre, the people said, instead of talking about the views and the likes that you're getting, endorse the small business that's supporting you. I did that in the family group. That's what I thought. And I was scolded and told by you, whenever I have something to say, let me, you, and Mr. O do it. But now you're saying it was amongst family. Well, I did it amongst family and I was penalized. I went with the family and Maka joked me. I went with the family and Maka joked me. Everywhere I go, I give her $750 for feed the poor people. Maka joke me. Me not take no money and squander it or spend it on Olankwan Fashion Boutique or OBC Radio. I can show all receipts and show that ever since $750 came to Jamaica, or $751 came to Jamaica, nothing else has been transferred from the GoFundMe account. Ever since Wayne Lawson make his public speech about whatever. I don't know what happened, but nothing. And in all fairness, not one of you, except for you, Wayne, that have been sharing the GoFundMe. And me and you alone are sharing the GoFundMe. Andre, the leader, the live 2 times a day. And not one time him talk about the GoFundMe. Don't piss on my feet and tell me it's raining. And then he's going to go in a public group and say, I'm upset. I'm mad. Because people of Jamaica are hungry. And the people of Jamaica is starving. And the people in Jamaica is starving. And nobody said to Andre, Andre, no, you can't be saying that. But you're going to come to me now. It's too late. It's too late. And then have a nerve to say, oh, he's gonna fix my business. My business is already fixed. He must worry about his business that is getting evicted. Premier, let's talk. Because you talking fucker right now at my ears, Wayne. And you are not lonesome. So why when I brought it in the group? Oh no, you said it right. Crab in the barrel. I am the crab. That's my sign. Nip. Don't fuck with me. Don't piss on my feet and tell me it's raining. These people don't appreciate me. These motherfuckers think they can use me and use my blood clot platform to get what they want. When I said to them, okay, endorse the fucking small businesses that endorsing you. Thousands of people listening to Andre talking. And if I said it wasn't my idea, other people from the leader group said endorse other small businesses that support you. Why is it an issue when I said it? Now he's going to turn it around and said, oh no, I can't endorse OBC radio when I'm on a radio station. I never tell you to endorse OBC radio when you're on a radio station. When you're on social media platform, the people might ask you to endorse who will support you. I have 256 customers. I have 256 customers right now to deal with Olankwan Fashion Boutique. To make sure that the orders go out and the constant calling, where is the tracking number and stuff. So when I take my time out of, when I take my time out of my day, I do not work for people. I no longer work for people. So when Dr. Gordon takes his time out of his busy schedule and invest and put time into the partner draw movement, where I have a SSN, not a TRN. Yeah? So the fact that I take my time and invest, y'all can't pay me for that. So it should be appreciated and respected. The fact that I take my time and patience. I've even spoken to you about, listen, this little yaga every minute and live and tough, it's not making no sense. Let's get a website build. Let people see a movement. Let people see the foundation. This talking every minute, this and every minute, that's so. But no, we not do this for likes and followers. Me not in that blood clot. A business me depend. And me now go like with what Andre doing, messing with all these people. And yes, he's rooting up corruption. He's exposing corruption. Yes, but what you got to understand, if the fact that you come in at people and people can't blight and they come out to cut your neck, they're going to start look at now and say, oh, let's see where the funding coming from. So it's my business slowly who's going to be scrutinized. So don't tell me when you come and disrespect me in a public group with how much bloggers that can go and run with it. And none of you come out and said, no, Andre, from the first message came out, said, no, Andre, stop. The second message came out, Andre, stop. The third message, 4, 5, 6, 14 message came out, blasting. Not of you, none whether you said anything to him. I have never put anyone on blast in the group. I've never put anyone on blast in the group. The last time I checked, we are a family and we are about reaping up corruption and transparency. We can't be saying we're reaping up corruption and act like the others. Well, it get on live when you have over 7 other bloggers in the group and every little thing that talk, they run with it and put it their ways. Well, you should all know about that because I've spoke about that on numerous occasions. I've seen where and I know that. This is what, hold on. And with all those things that I know that you have been doing those things, and it's not like Wayne. Because even when we said, let's use the hashtag, when we have over 50 person in the group, and we said, let's start use the hashtag who was Andre Stevens. And when I look on those hashtags, it's just me and you alone doing it. Not even Andre himself doing it. And then Andre is going to say, everything you want to be about Olankwan, fuck Olankwan. I've never mentioned Olankwan. You notice I've keep Olankwan Fashion Boutique separately from this shit. Andre Stevens just get 10,000 followers on Instagram. He just know what fame is on Instagram, on social media. And he don't know to angle it. And he take it out, he make it get ahead of him. Well, the line is drawn right here, right now. Nobody else draw the line but me. I'm the head cook and buckle washer of Olankwan Fashion Boutique, OBC Radio and OBC TV. All 3 LLC business right across the board in Merrimack. Paying a license, paying all Uncle Sam the taxes. So when I stop my busy time out of my moment to invest in a movement and spend so much, you know, see me in the group. You think it's nothing I don't have to do? I have over 265 persons, customers that's down my neck, want to know where the order is, where the tracking number is, and that yet I'm trying to multitask and I've invested my time. I've been promoting the GoFundMe stuff, promoting this, and he's gonna go in the group and talk. After I send $751 to Jamaica, I've yet to get a thank you, but the thank you that I get the following day was removed from out of the group when I spoke about it. Well, it's not a matter of what I ought to achieve. The ball was in the leader court and he played. What was the, hold on, what was the blast that I put him on? Because you was in agreement with everything that I said. Hold on, I didn't have an issue with Andre. Hold on, let this be known publicly. Hold on, Wayne, hold on. Let me get a glass of water. Excuse me. You said just now the Instagram live just end, people. We're going back at it. I'm waiting on the people to come back on Instagram live. So those of you and the others, just bear with me. You mentioned just now that when I put that when I put Andre, hold on. You mentioned just now that when I put Andre on blast. Now explain to the people what was the blast that I put Andre on. And I'm going to speak about this and ask me and let me know if, correct me if I'm wrong. The blast that you are assuming that I put Andre Stevens on was saying to Mr. Stevens in the group amongst family members that you just enlightened that we are family members. I went and I said in the group, Mr. Stevens, the time that you're there talking about the likes and the followers and the views, the thousands of views that you're getting, start supporting and endorsing the small businesses that's supporting you. Hold on. I didn't put it in a tone. I sent it in a text message. Hold on. Again, I did not put it in a voice note. I send it in a text messages. I send it in a text message. I remember, and the receipt is there to pull up. I'm very strategical with what I do. I'm a Cancer. Now, when that text message was sent in the group, it was received by the leader that I was coming against him, and he expressed his feelings that he got defensive. He got so defensive when I said in a text message, the time you're there speaking about the likes and the views and the numbers of followers that you're receiving, people already see this and know this. Remember, Footer Hype spoke about this. Let's not let their opinion becomes your reality. Start focusing on endorsing the small businesses that support you. This was the day after I sent $750, and because I said that in a text message, I was kicked out of the group. I didn't came. No, you can't say anything. Not yet. I have the mic, and until I drop it before you can speak. No disrespect. Because what you're not going to do is show me off point. I'm on a track and I'm not going to derail. Forward still. Again, I did not put Andre on blast. You keep saying you're fucking hypocrite. Because you keep using the word blast when you was in a fucking agreement with everything that I said. That you called me and you said to me that, Dr. Gordon, when you're going to say things like this, I'm in agreement with everything that you're saying, and we know that our leader need to draw himself up. Because people is saying the same dirty clothes when going to the hospital. No, you cannot say anything until I'm finished speaking. You said the same dirty clothes where Andre go in at the hospital and I wake up in at the next morning and go up on live and people are talk about it. But however, when we supposed to talk about him, let's not do it in the group and talk about him, me, you and Mr. O. Because you have the same issue. And yourself. Okay, yes. Yes. And which I agreed to. Because Because after I spoke to you, no, listen. We're not, hello. We're not, Wayne. Again, I said, don't piss on my feet and tell me it's raining. We are speaking about Mr. Andre Stevens here, who is a college grad, not a child from a kindergarten. Now, we had a discussion among ourselves, amongst our leaders, and I expressed amongst the leaders when Andre stepped off the phone and was dealing with something else, because it's always about him. Hold on, Wayne, because you just asked me to shut up, and I did, and I allow you to speak. So I would appreciate you don't interrupt me when I'm speaking. Andre calling. That same day, the day before, we had a meeting amongst our leaders. While Andre called the meeting, whenever Andre called a meeting, Andre don't care about, there are about 9 persons in the leader meeting. Andre don't care about nobody else's time, where in the world you are, whenever him say the time is convenient to him and him alone only, that's when the time is available and that's when it's set and everybody must jump around. I've tried my best to comply and oblige, because of every meeting I've been there. However, when I stop, I have a DJ 3 times a week on the radio station. And I remember I've spoke about that publicly, and even though I spoke about it publicly, it wasn't acknowledged, because a meeting was scheduled for the leader in the same fucking time when I've already expressed that I'm not going to be available because I have a DJ on my radio station at that time. No respect. And me send $750. Yeah? Okay. Anyway, I cut my thing with the DJ and have the DJ keep it on the radio station, and I went in the meeting with you guys. While I'm in the meeting with you guys, a call came in, and Andre had no respect for all of us time that was in that meeting. He went off the call. And us that was in the meeting, and I expressed to you all, listen, I want all of us as a leader, because you spoke to me and said to me, listen, instead of going in the group and saying such, let's deal. I expressed, I said, listen, we want to let Andre, our leader, know that Footer Hype has already put out a stigma. Footer Hype have already put out a stigma out there saying, listen, he have an agenda of getting likes and stuff. And we spoke about stop highlighting the likes and the followers and stuff. Let's not talk about that. People see them, they know them. You don't highlight it because you're playing into the hand of the opinion of what Footer Hype have about you to become a reality. You and everybody else that was on the meeting while Andre was on another call agreed. However, when Andre came back on the phone, everybody was silent, canon and a paw, as my mother always say. I intervened and I expressed that concern, because none of you, everybody else that is a yes man, said nothing. Oh, shut up, with all due respect, because you didn't talk then, so do not talk now. You didn't say nothing then. I was the one who intervened and said to Mr. Stevens, such and such and such. Now, whenever people come to me and said, reach out to Andre and say, I say, why you don't say these things? Because I don't want it seems like I'm starting a campaign against him. I've even reached out to you. You said to me that people been telling you the same thing. Even one time we had a meeting with myself, you, and exactly. So, okay. So if it reach a point, all those things have been shared, and it reach a point where he came in the group and made 14 derogatory statements in the group. Why none of you said nothing? Why nobody said nothing? But you're here now, taking the time to speak to me. I appreciate it, but it's too late. let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. As much as Andre Stevens is here speaking of the truth and what's going on, the corruption in the government and stuff, Andre Stevens is fucking beneath me. And he must understand that. Andre Stevens hold on, no, let me speak. Andre Stevens have a TRN, have a social security number. Yeah? Oh, it makes a difference to me because Andre think this is a competition. And it's not. I've stopped my business and spend my time and invest my time and patience in his movement. And you and everybody else know that my whole soul was a part of this because I don't want to look stupid. I don't want this little thing where I'm coming on live now. It's getting played out where I'm coming on live and just talking. I want to see a thing where he more set as a leader and more, but nobody talk about it. Him say yes, we talk about getting advisors for it. Well, if you're not listening to the people, you can never win the war. If you as a leader can't be standing up and talking about we and us as a person, and everything is about I am the most strategical person, and I went to university, and I am the most brightest person in this place, and that's no leader. That's no leader. Let me ask you something, Wayne, because I see you're very hypocritical. Let me ask you, all these things that I'm speaking of now, haven't I expressed these things in the group and to you privately? All these things that I'm speaking about now, haven't I expressed these things in the group and to you privately? What have I said now that I've never said then? Okay, well, I can understand some of the personal things like the code giving away, you knew nothing about that. Like the fact that people setting him up about to kill him, you knew nothing about that. Like the fact, well, oh yes, it need to blow up, it needs to shed the light, because guess what? At the end of the day, I'm not gonna be held responsible because of what I do. Anything happen to him, and then I held responsibility. So guess what? I wanted to shed light also that I hear from a source which you did there too. I hear from a source where Andrew Olney set out the JDF special task force to go kidnap Andre Stevens. I couldn't make him know that because I'm blood clot mouth. So don't come tell me now, come talk, because you should have tell Andre don't go in at the group, go talk fuckery. My loyalty ends wherever it starts with the fucking leader. Period, point blank. If you not loyal to me, me can't loyal to me. Right through, I put, what you don't understand, I've put a pause on everything that I've been doing. Putting the pressure on my partner. Hold on. I've been putting the pressure on my partner. Fuck your loyalty and fuck your hypocrisy. Win. Yes, because why you didn't let your voice heard when Andre go in the group and talk all his fucking shit? 14 message before I saw the 15th. But the fact that you're speaking about those voice notes though, the fact that you obviously heard them. And I've spoke to you privately, and you called me and said, don't talk to Andre publicly in the group. Let me, you, and Mr. O do it. And you sitting here talking this shit now? Boy, get a hold of yourself. Go to your bed. It's night in England. With all due respect. It's hours in England. Good night. Tonight, You're talking about tonight. It's morning for you now, so you got it all confused. It's not between me and Andre. It's not a conversation between me and Andre because Andre, me and okay, Wayne. Let me tell you why you're being a very hypocrite. Let me tell you why you're being a hypocrite. Let me call you out on the hypocrite you are, Wayne. I sent $751 US to them. Me I go keep repeat it until I get it in your fucking head. I've yet to get a fucking thank you or acknowledge that they receive it. But the following morning I was kicked out of the fucking group. Hello. Don't be a white man. Don't be a white man sitting looking at the black man and say, I understand your frustration. It's not the frustration. It's the fucking criminality and the scam that y'all been using. And I'm showing up y'all for it. Where the $700 will go to Jamaica? Where did yous go? Where? When? Where? Show me, because from what I know, after I got $750, the Sunday when the care package was supposed to give out, hold on, Wayne. And $750 went from the GoFundMe to Jamaica. Nothing else went there. Okay, Wayne. All right, this is weird. Okay, Wayne. Hold on. Two of us can't speak one time. Let me make you know something and the public know something. Yeah? Mr. O that you speak of. Ordain. Because me not in no more. Don't tell me what to do and what to say on my platform. If you don't like, get the fuck off. Just like that. Now Ordain came to me and reached out to me privately. Who is Andre partner in Premier. Yes, go to your fucking bed. You should be going to bed long fucking time. I will continue. Because you can't blood clot style me. You can't style me. You can't come blood clot style me. It's a fucking hypocrite Wayne. Go to your bed. Sleep lullaby. Good night and take your rest. Sleep and take your rest. You should not fucking trouble the sleeping lion. You should have let Andre know that. You should have let Andre know he's an ungrateful mother set of fuckers. I stopped from my busy schedule. And they've invest my time and my patience and support the movement. It not come out of my pocket, but without Olankwan Fashion fucking boutique because I tried to put it in Andre Stephen name himself. And because he have a TRN, GoFundMe wouldn't fucking allow it. You know better to win. Don't back up that tree. You know better. Well, I've yet to see it because that's what I'm saying. Ordain, hold on. Because I've been very busy. As I said, you know, I've not been participating in the group much. I come in and out. And from what I've been communicated by its partner is that since the $750 was sent, from what I know and I've been in the group, from what I know, the lady interrupt. Yes, but your leader don't respect anybody else. Him respect on him blood class self. Fuck you and fuck your leader. Fuck you and fuck your leader. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. I'm gonna shut this shit down. As much as he's talking about the fucking corruption. And there's no fucking recording. Let's put that out. Andre Stevens fucking lie when he said there was a recording of Juliet Cuthbert. Let me make a public disclaimer. I was just saying, yes, I heard them. Fuck you, Wayne. Fuck you. And fuck Andre. Now let me make this clear and let everybody know. I was just holding Andre Stevens back when I said, yes, I've heard the public brawl of Juliet Cuthbert in Marasca Road. There's no fucking record. That's what holding Andre Stevens quiet. When I said I have attorney here in Florida, holding it down, I have no fucking attorneys. I put my business and put my... Fuck you, Wayne. Wayne, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck Andre Stevens. You're a set of fucking hypocrite. Not one of you said to him when he sent in the fucking group, oh, there's money in the GoFundMe. Not one of you shared that fucking GoFundMe. Not one of you shared that fucking GoFundMe page. But you're here talking about GoFundMe as Olancon Fashion Boutique or OBC Radio is taking the money from GoFundMe. GoFundMe is seeing this live and can testify, and I have all the receipts to show and testify that since the $750 that has been transferred to Jamaica for that movement, nothing else has been transferred in our account. Since Wayne Lawson, well, Andre should have known that when he making 15 fucking messages in the public group, there is over 7 bloggers that can take it and run with it. I'm not stupid and I can't style me. Me and out corruption. That's what the movement is about. Have a good night. Sleep lullaby. Sleep and take your rests. Oh yes. I know your vision has pinned. Yes. Andre out of order when him talk about he's gonna fix my business.
WA Business Audio.
Andre need to fix his business and not my business. My business has already been fixed. Over $10,000 is owed to me by Facebook. That's our business that has been fixed. So when he spoke about he's gonna fix my business, he should take his advice and his time and fix his business that's in jeopardy. And I've been listening over the months. You take it to the next level right there. Andre Stephen Outard, and let me tell you something. And it all depends on how they respond to this. Because I will out all of them motherfucker because I have the receipts. There is many people that's in this movement that support and endorse what he's talking about, rooting up the corruption. But however, there is certain aspect of how we come on live, how we portray ourselves that people don't really fund of. And as an entrepreneur, I can't sit behind knowing that, okay, I have a PhD sitting with my name. Not one but 3 business registered and licensed in America. Doing fairly good for myself. I'm a part of this movement, but yet still, the part of the movement that I'm a part of, when the leader come on, him in a little piece of marina, just wake up from out of the bed, not even wash him face, and him out and him attack. What you talking about? The same thing that people have been hearing over and over. So I've been saying, let's move away from those things. We are reaching out to people because we have put up the GoFundMe and it has been good so far until Wayne came and make a announcement and whatever it is. And in all fairness, when Wayne talk about all those charges with who and whatever, I didn't know about those things when I created the GoFundMe. It was unbeknownst to me. So it wasn't for that cause. Yeah? But people come and they talk and they say this and they say that. No, people are indecisive. People want to come over, people want to invest, people want to spend the money. But okay, people are not going to continue to spend the money into something that is not tangible. So I'm letting them know that, okay, this is where we need to go now. We need to focus on getting a website, need to focus on getting a mandate of what we stand for, who we are, all the leaders that are a part of the movement, who they are, a little biograph of who they are. So when business people reach out to business people, we're asking for 70,000 US dollars. It's not chicken feed. But motherfuckers want to sit in Jamaica and think everything is glitter on the other end of the fucking side. Yeah? But I'm looking at, okay, let's get now where we can build a foundation. Let's get away from the baga baga, the dika yaga yaga, the ray and the blah blah and the stuff. Let's get a website built. Let's get it LLC. Let's get it registered. Let's trademark certain things. Yeah? And put it out there so people see a movement. It's not just the yaga yaga now. It's a movement. So when we reach out to business-minded people, they can see that, okay, what they're investing is going towards a movement. Too much people have been coming on these social media platforms asking for this and asking for that, and the money's going nowhere. People that are entrepreneur and small-minded, that business-minded people see these things and know. So they are very skeptical of it. Not only that, when you have the middle class society and the diaspora and all that want to invest into something like this, because what you're saying, yes, it's factual and you're rooting up corruption, but then guess what? It's all played out when you just come in and every day and you're circling numbers and you're circling figures. No, and those were the things that I was not in agreement with. Everybody else, I've got numerous, multiple, over 15 messages from 15 different persons in the movement, including leaders, that contact me and spoke of this very same situation. And I said, why don't you are in the group, why don't you mention these things in the group so that he can see these things and know? No, me no want to say these things to Andre because me no want him to go live and go call my name. Just like how him get the code from, fuck it, Angela Burnberg. We have spilled the tea tonight. Just like how him get the code from Angela Brownberg, who became the chairman of the People's National Party. Because Angela Burnberg tell him say, we want you know, we see what you do for Angela Onless and we love it. But we want you start mention Mark Golding name. So we can overthrow Mark Golding. Get him out because he's not a good opposition leader, which is true. I am now the chairman of the People's National Party. So once everything go good and we overthrow Mark Golding, I can get you in because I'm a chairman. And I give you like a secret and I give you a code from 1986 code in the People's National Party. The woman trust him and go against the grain. Because of his mouth. Him go back and him tell the 3 persons them was swear say them there with him. Go back, go make it known. And the People's National Party now come down for Angela Brownberg. Yeah! We have spilled the tea tonight. And Andre couldn't know it. Andre called the woman now in for them apologize and cuss her out how she ugly and favor ass. Andre Stephen, you go around and burn bridges. The only person right now that's holding you right now is the Jamaica Virtual Justice in Jamaica. And it's only short time before you burn the bridges too. That's because that's all you do because of your mouth. You make fame and popularity get to you and derail you from the movement. Because you're not used to fame. I don't care, untouchable. And I'm live across all platforms. I know the bloggers them gonna have a field movement with this. I bet you don't take another live, Andre. I bet you don't make another live. You say you're gonna fix my business? Why not add him? No, him dead there because when he messed with me, I came on live and I saw that he was there. It's past add him in. Everything that I'm saying is not alleged. And press international badge. It's not fake. Andre Stevens. Somebody add I am Andre Stevens so she can know who is he. He's the individual that been going around and talking crap about Andre Holness and the government, which in all fairness, they are factual stuff.
Free Spirit Sunny Days. WA Business Audio.
A leader from the movement. Hello? No sleep. Come like you don't know where I'm going right now. I'm up on a live on all platforms. Blast. But guess what? No, it's too late for that. I'm not have to call him, you know, I'm not speaker or anything. It's too late for that. Let me tell you why. It was very disrespectful and rude. I saw a notification came in on my phone that the leader is going to leave the group. When I went in now defensive, who is hell messing with my leader? When I go in, I realize a meeting keeping about the GoFundMe account. The leader of my number. No, guess what? No, it's too late for that. Guess what? You have to understand there's a lot of bloggers that take things and run with it. I've tested them on the night when me and Andre on live and Andre mentioned about a certain runner at the church and I tried to fix it up and Andre came and make a little correction. I see a certain blogger went and go with the same thing that I said, oh, don't go and take it and run with it and speak against, like Andre was speaking against, like giving information that he wasn't supposed to give. So before anybody come out and talk about me, let me come out and talk because it's already been said that money is in the GoFundMe by the leader and the people of my Jamaica hungry. That's a disrespect and a style towards my business. I'm going to stop and invest time and patience when 256 customers could have been dealing with, when me have pressure my partner and other workers to deal with stuff what me could have deal with. And it's not appreciated. And I've yet to get a thank you from what I've sent. Nobody know. You don't know them something there. It's too late for that. All right. Too late for that. All of them should have called him. See, everybody calling me now because that's what they always do. Call me because I'm the one that they can speak with. And they're scared to speak with the leader because they're scared the leader go and highlight the name. Fuck you! My aunt now broke to you. F you. You fuck up on me too. Shouldn't wait the sleeping lion. I don't know how him the leader and him going to say man remove himself from the group. And why am I going to remove himself from the group? Because money is in the GoFundMe and him not get it. Now what you're saying, that Olancon Fashion Boutique and OBC Radio is collecting money on the behalf of the GoFundMe account and you're not getting it? No, let the people know say $751 go to you and not send thank you yet or anything. And from when Lawsome announced that the GoFundMe and whoever in it, whatever, people start get skeptical. And just because of your mouth, people get skeptical of donating. And just because of your attitude and your behavior and the constant everyday, same saga. There's no difference. There's no elevation. Rude. You should never trouble Zion. You talk about forward still. I bet you don't move another blood clot forward. I bet you don't do another lie. Exposition. The best thing you could do for yourself right now. What happened? The heat is on. No wonder I'm sweating like crazy. I don't even remember. Turn it off. All right, turn it off, please. I'm on live on all platform. Please don't do that. I can't bother with the embarrassment. I'm here sweating and I'm wondering like, what the hell? I didn't remember that I put the heat on. Damn, sorry. Turn it off. Put it on the AC, please. You can't stop Andre. Well, let's see, because everything that I speak of, I've got receipts from. And you damn right about that. I can't stop Andre. Andre gonna stop himself. The People's National Party tried to get Andre on board. Angela Brown-Burke stuck in a dilemma right now. Right now, she's in the People's National Party. Nobody no respect her right now because of Andre Stevens. Angela Brown-Burke becomes the chairman of the People's National Party. Contacted Andre Stevens and let him know that she loves what is going on. When you see Queen's Counsel sit on a platform with Andre, you think they just did that because, oh, hi, hello, yes, let's know you. No, you was a labor right. It's a political gain. And their gain, which was to involve you, not to overthrow you, okay, expose Mark Golding for being too silent so we can overthrow him. She contacted you privately. Ask me how me know. I've got the receipts. It depends on how you move forward, we will come forward. Journalist International, member of the press. Angela Brown-Burke became chairman, and before she became the chairman, she let him know that she's going to get the chairman's seat of the People's National
Free
Party.
Spirit Sunny Days. WA Business Audio.
I respect this person. I have to take this call. Hello? It's what? Well, no, what you got to understand, I am already live on 9 platforms. YouTube, 4,000 people in another group, another over 7. There's no turning back now. What is it? Somebody should have said this to Andre when he made 14 derogatory speech in the group. Nobody said nothing. It's the 15 one I saw. Okay, all right. You see, one thing I understand at diplomatic level, but when it reached this far and exposed to the public, how is it you can go in a private situation to fix this? We should have done, that's what I don't understand about. $14 of them, and then block me from the group. You see, if he had allowed me to continue in the group, I would have rant in the group. Okay. Okay, fellas. Perry, you want to come take over the line? I know you just wake up, you come from work, and it's all about you, and it's a different thing. Okay, come talk about the heat, anything. I'm going. Fellas, I'm getting a call from other leader, and really the person that I'm on the phone with, I really respect her. So my advice, and I see Wayne is here also saying, "Oh yes, stop being so hot-headed." And the heat has been on, and I didn't even know that heat was on.
You really didn't know it was on.
I didn't know that the heat was on,
Does it
honestly.
ever feel this hot in Florida at 1 a.m. in the morning?
It's 75 degrees. Anyway, we're not going
It's
to do
80
that.
degrees in here right now. The fuck is it 80 degrees
So
when the light
I'm going to remove myself from the live. So I'm going to let Perry come and take over the live.
Like, how you don't feel the heat on and it's mad freaking hot in here? I left work with a headache and I came in and my fucking headache came in fucking worse. I don't care what you was drinking. Like, I want to go back outside where it feels like 60 and here it feels like 80 and I have a headache and the heat's making my head hurt even more. Like, no, because y'all don't know how it feels to work when you have a headache and come and get off work and drive and your headache goes away and you come back in and 80-degree heat slaps you in your face. If you were sorry, you make sure the heat wasn't on. Like, what, you think turn on the AC when the house was 80? What's that going to do? It's going to take another 2 hours for the room to get to 60. Because nobody wants to be sitting down smoking and be freaking at 80-degree weather. Nobody likes smoking in the summer. Nobody wants to smoke when the sun is out. Like, Jesus. I gotta be dramatic. It's hot up in here. I came to work and I was sweating OD at work because the heat at work is at 75 all day long. So work is already hot enough when you're running up and down. So I got a headache from sweating at work. So now I come home and the thermostat is worse than my fucking job. It's 4 degrees above my job temperature and I was already getting a headache from my job temperature of being 75. I'm sweating more than how I was sweating at work. You think I like that? I might as well go back to work. I might as well go back and open up the store and violate policy and go make more hours. Like, you think I want to be sweating in my house? And then if I open up the windows, I gotta turn off the AC and then I can't be loud because then the windows is open. Like, it's just one chain ball effect after another and I feel like it's not in my benefit. So there's gonna be an issue. The AC is up. It's gonna take a whole hour to 2 hours for it to calm down. Like how this central AC, how you think central AC work? You could turn it up all the way. It still takes some time to bring down the temperature from 80 degrees when the heat was just on. Like, I have the only headache at like the front part of my forehead and it's just annoying me. Like, I don't even want to smoke. It's making me nauseous. Like, it's legit just like, it's just making me uncomfortable to sit here in this heat. I gotta create judgment. Who got the heat on when it was just 85 today and it's 1 a.m. and the heat's on all the way up to 80 something? For what? Like, what? Somebody's anemic? Y'all don't got iron in y'all blood, that y'all cold? Because I'm hot. Like, I don't like being hot. Girl, I'm waiting for my W-2 form that 7-Eleven is holding hostage. So I currently cannot do my taxes because I'm waiting for my other job's W-2 and I have called the IRS upon them to let them know, like, yo, they have not given me my W-2 form. Miss IRS, she go get it. So I'm type of in a process until like March. And if 7-Eleven acts retarded and act like they can't give me my freaking W-2 form, I will go up to my old job and create a whole scene and be like, excuse me, holding my W-2 form hostage, not reaching out to me to let me know it's here, having me to reach out to you for it is highly disrespectful. I know for a fact you don't gotta be reaching out to your man to get paid because there's a husband and a wife that works there. I'm gonna be downright nasty. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, I know for a fact, Mr. Miss, you don't ask your husband to get paid and where your tax shit at. And I know your man don't ask you either, y'all a team. So don't fuck with my money because I could fuck with your business and you're not gonna like it. Because I'm still gonna report them to the Florida Bureau of Labor. Yeah, girl, I contacted 7-Eleven like 4 or 5 days before the 31st. Every job as of the 31st of January is supposed to mail out your W-2 form. You're not supposed to pick it up. They're supposed to mail it out. IRS says mail it out. So they were telling me, you have to go pick it up. When I emailed 7-Eleven on the 25th of January, I responded with an email and was like, excuse me, you're gonna mail it to my home address. They didn't respond to my email. They never read my email. So I emailed them the other day. They never emailed me back. I called the IRS and I was like, excuse me, as of IRS, because you work for the IRS and you know the IRS ruling handbook because you work for the IRS, ma'am, that I'm speaking to on the phone, all jobs as of the 31st to mail it out. They did not mail me out and it's the 20th of February. I know in the state of Florida, it does not take 3-4 weeks to get your W-2 form when it's mailed out from the same country. Don't play. I'm waiting for the IRS to tell me, or if I get a response back saying for me to go pick it up. Because I'm be like, oh, all right, y'all really want me to go pick it up. Okay. Because I don't know what's up with people down here, like what, y'all want me to show up to the store and call the cops on y'all, like, hello, 911, they giving me an issue giving me my W-2 form. And I called the IRS, and the IRS did this, and this. They honestly don't want me to come up to them. They honestly don't want to issue with me. They don't want to issue with me. They don't want to issue with me. I could go and file my taxes, do a whole fight with them, because I think you got 3 years to file a job. Like, if you get your W-2 this year, you got up until, I think, 3 years to file it before the IRS comes after you. Don't make them make me file my taxes before getting my W-2 from them and having to wait, because I'm going to go hard up on them. Make me file my taxes before I get my W-2, 7-Eleven. I will come for you. I'll come for you on every business level. Don't even try that. I was laughing with the IRS because they was like, oh, if you don't get a response from your job, you can always use your pay stubs. I was like, 7-Eleven never gave me my pay stubs and never gave me my W-2 form, so how am I even supposed to do your backup form, IRS? They're like, well, we don't know. I'm like, make it make sense. Like, they're legit playing me and holding my shit hostage. You're telling me the only thing you have to do is send them a letter and hope they follow back, and if they don't follow back, use my pay stubs to fill out the verification form. Well, I don't have my pay stubs either, so what is y'all going to do? You're not going to hold me accountable? And I made more than $600. So 7-Eleven is about to get a whole lawsuit. No, because for some reason my social security number doesn't exist in their website. For some reason, it's like I was never an employee at the fucking place. It's like they deleted me out their system. And I'm like, bro, I left the job. I quit the job. How y'all just delete me out the system and don't even give me enough time to at least get my W-2 form from the system? And y'all don't even want to mail me it. So y'all don't want to mail it to me. Y'all don't want to let me get it online, but you expect me to come pick it up in store? it sound like y'all trying to set me up for some shit. Like, these people so annoying that I'm dealing with. Like, the people I'm dealing with is like the worst set of people to deal with. Like, swear. Like, when I tell you I went on 7-Eleven's website, I try to verify me with the employer number they gave me. It don't exist in the system. I put my social security number into the system. It says unable to verify. I was like, I know when I signed up for y'all bitches, I gave y'all my social security number. How am I putting my social security number into your system and it's not even pulling me up? I'm like, what type of sketchy shit this job is doing? Like, I really want to report them to the fullest because it's like I quit and I just get kicked to the side. It's like, what? I'm not illegal. I need to pay taxes. Honestly, I called them last week. And IRS was like, once you receive the letter from the IRS, then you have to wait 10 days from when you receive that letter for a response from them. And if the 10 days go by and you get no response from 7-Eleven, well, you have to fill out the verification form. And in order to fill out the verification form, you need your pay stubs. 7-Eleven ain't give me my pay stub. So it's like, what are y'all really doing? Like, y'all trying to put me in a shit end where I don't pay taxes and then I get fucked over when it's y'all fault, y'all ain't give it to me? Bro, I'm really gonna get a lawsuit from them. Because it's like, why you holding my pay stubs and my W-2 form hostage? I think they did something to fuck with my money because I don't know why they can't give me my thing and why is it such an issue that I gotta go pick it up. Because when I worked in New York, I never had to pick up a W-2 form. And when my other jobs in Florida, I don't have to pick up any W-2. So 7-Eleven is not going to be my first job picking up a W-2. And if it is, I'm cursing out my management from that old job. Period. Mm. 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 If you can hear the way how Jermaine is classing Andre right now. Honey, all my other W-2 forms came in the first week of February. 7-Eleven doing some fuck shit. The only way I'm getting it from them. Jermaine isn't really creating a war. Is that Andre is just, he don't got his priorities straight on how to be a business person and honestly set a whole movement forward. Like, he got the idea, but he ain't setting it up right. And more than one person has came to my man explaining like, yo, what the fuck is Andre doing? But they're scared of Andre. Well, let me tell you again, my man ain't scared of Andre, so he gonna talk his mouth, period. Oh yeah, that's one thing with me. I worked my hours. That job depressed me. That job stressed me out. I want my fucking tax money. Don't have me go to a therapist. And don't have me go to a lawyer. Like, please. Like, please. Like, 7-Eleven needs to not try me. Honestly, let it be on YouTube. Let it be on everywhere. What can somebody please read out that comment? No, I know Jermaine is just a sub, but everybody knows Andre is a D and ends with a K in the middle. I see K. I didn't say it now. I been saw that. I'm able to read people. I never liked his vibe from the start.
When you can't tell me that you call me right now, you can't tell me that you hold on, Sonny. Sonny, hold on. You can't tell me that you call me right now to quash everything and you are going to tell me, threatening me that if I should go up against Andre Stevens, I can't win. I love the challenge and I'm a winner. Okay?
Okay. Honestly, nobody really even cares about you
Okay,
two.
and all this time the leader of
He's a Libra. Andre's a Libra. He got too much ego. He too full of himself. He be downright saying some stupid things as excuses. Like, oh, he has a right to sound the way how he sounds because he's bipolar and he got mental health issues. That's not a really good excuse for the way how you sound and to be using it for the way how you sound. Like, it's okay to be screaming, it's okay to be vulgar. Like, if you're trying to lead a movement, if you're trying to be a leader, you cannot be vulgar, you cannot be all these things and then say, oh, because of my mental health or because of my bipolar, aka mental health, that it's all okay. No. That's oh my, I'm not going to explain to y'all, but I have heard this man said in the background. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, what's going on? Sometimes y'all just need to learn how to humble thyself. Like, just humble thyself, and you get a very far in life. I remember one day I remember because I was listening to like their group and how they were trying to move something forward. And like Jermaine just went and talked to him and was just like telling him in like a calm manner, like, hey, like what you're doing isn't like seemed right. I forgot what the whole conversation was about, but my man didn't come at him hostile or anything. He was like, what you're doing doesn't seem right in the eyes of others, doesn't seem right. Andre got so uptight and got so angry and went from 0 to 100 and then wanted to explain himself and be like, because he's bipolar and all this. I was like, okay, just because you angry and you screaming and you don't know how to control it, we can't say because you're bipolar that's okay for you to be like that now. Like, that's like me being president and I'm throwing a whole tantrum and I'm saying on live television, I have mental health issues. So, excuse me, like, no. Go fix your mental health issues. Period. So we gonna be right back. Come on back. The live is ending. We joining right back. Okay, so now for me with this whole issue at hand, so I'm just a background person. I'm mostly the background person. But like I said, this whole partner draw movement, it's a good idea. But the people who's in charge ain't running it right. Well, from what I know, because holla, my mouth don't know how to hold secrets at times. And right now my mouth don't know how to hold any secret. So there's this partner draw movement going around, or whatever they want to call it. To me, it sounds like some BS because I don't know how we still haven't seen no confirmation of where the money have went to like these people. And like all Andre keeps on asking is like, where's the money? 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 And we're just like, okay, how are we supposed to hand over donation money when we still don't know where the first batch of donation money went? Like this Jamaican money compared to US money, like they got more than $400-500 in donation money to Jamaica. So now I know $600-700 can buy a lot of poor people and homeless people in Jamaica stuff. And we have still yet to see any receipts of where this money that was sent to Jamaica has went to feed the homeless and made care packages. Now, not only have we not seen receipts, there's many issues, but these are my issues. Not only have we not received receipts, when we sent the money from the first batch of donations to send to Jamaica to help the homeless, nobody said thank you. Now, hold on. If I send you something that you needed and I'm helping you with, and it's something that you really, really, really need, how the hell you don't say thank you? So you're telling me I helped you to get viewers, I helped you to get all of this, get all these people, get all this support, get all this money from the support, and this isn't Jamaican money you getting it in. First of all, whatever money you get, you're supposed to say thank you. First of all, you're in bum-ass Jamaica getting USD. You're not getting 50 USD. You're not getting 100 USD. You're getting 700 and something USD. That was the first donation batch. So you're telling me, I know $700 in America may only feed about, let's say 50 or something homeless people. Now this is $700 being converted into Jamaican USD. You telling me nobody got food yet? You telling me nobody got tissue, water, nothing? So you're over here saying how JLP or whatever it is and PMP is bad and whatever, and that you're the new person coming up and everybody should look at you, Andre, and this envision you and look at you as a leader and all this good things happening on and on. But then you got all this backstory that ain't looking right, and you got all this dirt on you that ain't looking right either. I ain't trying to add to the mix-up, but you know how I feel disrespected? When genuine people, hello everybody, when genuine people help people and help their dream grow, and those people who got their dream grown from the generosity and the generous help can't even say thank you, can't even big you up. We're not asking to be bigged up. But if somebody helped you with your dream and you watch your dream grow, I think the least thing you can at least say from the goodness of your heart, if you're even good, is to say thank you. Because remember, this isn't $700 in JMD. This is USD. And nobody's just giving this money to look good. People actually care about people starving. People actually care about people in the gully with no food, because a lot of people who's donating are Jamaicans. And even though I was born in the poor in America, there's really no comparison of how the poor here is different than Jamaica's poor. They're both different. They're no same. But the people who are Jamaican and got out of the ghetto and made it here actually feel something. They want to give. They're like, you know what? I remember being in the gully. I remember being in the ghetto. I remember that hard life in Jamaica. I'm not there no more. Let me give. So not only you fucking over us, you fucking over people who gave to the whole donation pile. And then people over here want to be like, oh, like you should be watching what you saying. But it's the truth. Somebody helped you with your dream and you couldn't say thank you. Like, that's the first time I never liked it, Andre. I was like, I know my man ain't help with all this startup and all this thing for the homeless thing. and you can't even say thank you. And then you trying to justify like why you're so busy and why you don't have the time and need to say thank you right now. And people don't force you to say thank you. You say thank you when you feel like saying thank you. That's a dirty fucking Libra mentality. And I'm a Libra. I don't have to explain how Libras are toxic and how some of these Libras ain't grown up yet. And some of them ain't with their true self-minded self yet and ain't awoken. First of all, if somebody even hands you a bottle of water or gives you $1, you say thank you. If somebody shares their food with you, you say thank you. If somebody puts you up in their place, you say thank you. If somebody does anything for you that they didn't have to do for you, say thank you. Period. I swear, the people who surround themselves around Andrea's mouth, dog. I swear, this is why I date this man. Because everybody, whenever they hear Jermaine's side of the story, they never believe him. And they never trust him. That's my life. Anytime I tell somebody what I see with my own eyes, or when I have receipts, nobody believes me. And then when I throw out the receipts, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I should have believed you." This is why I'm with this man. Everybody think we stupid. We not. I'm tired of being around people that just care about their vision and their dream and don't care about anybody else's. The same way how 7-Eleven treat me. I'm over it. Like, I just want my tax money and that's about it. Here? Here? I'll be back. I'm here listening to the tea. I'm listening to the tea. Damn, the amount of people supporting this toxic Libra in the background is crazy. Andre need to sit down because I never seen somebody so toxic and so messed up have a support group still. Because I'm the only Libra that be so super positive and so super, like, just good in general. And nobody wants to stick around my circle. Everybody writes me off like being a troublemaker. I'm being the one that's evil. Well, I'm here to write my diary like Carrie Bradshaw and let the truth out about each and every one of y'all. Because my eyes see the truth. And you're not gonna sit here and write your little lies and hide behind them. Y'all was bugging if I wasn't gonna be a journalist. And no, I ain't gonna be a journalist because he became one first, my man. I always wanted to write a blog or something. But I'm gonna be a critic on people and they likes because y'all need to come correct. I'm drinking apple juice, girl. Period. Apple juice. Apple juice. Honestly, leave my man alone because these Dutch Jamaicans be swearing that they can outplay my man. Like, if they smarter than my man. Oh, nah, because there's a bunch of people. Okay, you have to know there's a bunch of serpents. There's a bunch of people who their tongue is just fancy. Their tongue just talks and people just draw to them and people just like them. And when they really let go of their snake tongue, they're evil, they're mean, they're hateful. Let me tell you something, honey love. Most Libras, like Andre, are egotistical. Most Libras, like Andre, are jealous and are haters. Honey love, I know what it is to be a jealous hater first-handedly. But I wrote that off ever since I was 15 years old because I didn't like being jealous of other people and hating people. So these other Libras that's jealous and doing all that, let me let you know you ain't here. Your time is going to come to an end soon. I like how these people in Jamaica be consider Andre somebody big. He be disrespectful. He be nasty. I heard he be waking up in the same clothes the next day from the other day before doing live and don't even be washing his face or whatever. Please, y'all need to pick a new leader. Y'all need to pick a leader that cares about hygiene, that doesn't scream and be belligerent, don't scream and be crazy and be saying because he bipolar, it's an excuse for him to be crazy, okay? As a person who studies psychology, you can't be saying that. That means you need a therapist, okay? And I think he needs a therapist. Period. Like, we had such a great movement started, but Andre fucked it up. Period, girl. You're back again and you on OBC. What's up, Manny SG? Period. What's up? Nah, because these people need to get corrected because I'm tired of waking up every day like, oh my God, what am I going to do today? I want to do something exciting. I want to do something fun. I want to be happy today. I want food. Like, I'm just this happy, like, bubbly person. So when somebody comes so incorrect and so nasty and just so ungrateful, I'm like, oh my God, this the living devil in flesh. Like, bro, I need to rebuke you. Like, if I need to bring the Santa Maria over here. Like, bro, some of y'all just wake up and be hating on each other for no reason. Like, how can you wake up each and every day and be hating on everybody for? Like, every single day, just hate and jealous, hate and arguing, jealous. Like, bro, get a new life. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. I'm tired of it because, bro, life isn't guaranteed. It's not guaranteed you're gonna live to 100. It's not guaranteed you're gonna live forever. It's not guaranteed you're gonna live tomorrow. It's not guaranteed you're gonna live the next second. So why is people being so nasty and being so mean and being so evil and being so egotistical? Fuck, y'all fucking forgot Russia and fucking Ukraine is battling and it may be a whole World War III. Y'all still wanna have your fucking ego when Russia sends a fucking missile? Like, shut the fuck up and fix yourselves. I'm sorry to curse, but I'm tired of it. Every year, every new year, oh my God, new year, new me. I'm gonna be a new person this year. I'm gonna be a better person. Y'all lying out, y'all lying. Like, y'all don't even say y'all wanna be a new person and at least even really try it. Y'all just say it just to be cute. My pussy, my piece already.
Okay, all right. Let the blood clot play. Good night. Out of respect to everybody else. Current cross. Hold on. Let's go up on the live platform. Our platform here. Hold on. I want to make a public announcement that current cross that owes $750,000 to the court is saying to me that if I come up against Andre Stevens, I'm not going to win. Well, let the ball play. Let the ball play, Karen. Because I thought, okay.
Ryan, this one used to like, you think Andre who used the guy named Nevada be singing his
Hello.
songs gonna win?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Andre don't even have God.
I have a business. Yeah? I have a business here. And people always support my business. Okay. I want people. Okay. I'm me afraid of woman, Karen. You not afraid of man, but me afraid of woman.
Let me tell him something. The only people who are going to win out of all of this is fucking Mark Gold and Andrew Owen. When you done this thing, man.
And me. Because I'm going to shut down. I'm going to shut the movement down. Period, point blank.
Period.
All right. Okay. Okay. Angela Brownberg stuck in the position right now because of Andre Stevens.
If you like try to go where Angela Brownberg is it, if you want to go into that conversation, you're going to lose that because Angela Brownberg going to defend me, not you.
Okay.
So you're going to lose.
All right. Okay. Well, we let the records play for the public domain. We let the records play for the public domain because all Andre spoke about, yes. Andre, Karen Cross has been a yes, and Karen Cross has been the person behind Andre for Andre stay like this. If Karen Cross as a big woman would have stand up and said to Andre, listen, certain.
No matter where you go, they will say you're going to lose against Andre Stevens, and that's what they can do. No matter where you go.
Okay.
Jermaine,
Okay.
listen to what I'm telling you now.
Yes.
We don't need to go into the diaspora to get money for the poor. We have business people here so can get. So you can't mash up the movement.
Business people not supporting. I don't know what y'all think about business people. What business people gonna?
Backwards, y'all in the fucking front.
I don't know what y'all understand and think business people is about. Business people is not gonna invest some money, especially in the diaspora. Hold on.
I don't need to be on this phone.
Let me tell you something. Business people not gonna support a diaspora that don't have a foundation. Business people not gonna be held accountable for tax IRS to be contacting them to ask accountability for money that's been spending out.
we are even Jamaican people. We have people in Jamaica we can find. The fact that him leave Jermaine and make him go after him delusional
Okay, all right, delusional. Okay, I've spoke. I've spoke. Karen is not here crying peace. Karen, I use politics for threat me down and I tell me say if me rise up against Andre, I can't win. No, you are not threatening me, Michelle.
She's not threatening
And
you either.
oh
She's
no,
not threatening you. She's just letting you know that if Andre go, they go say when to say, and you go, they go say when to say, Andre go. That's all it's saying.
okay, well let the ball. All right, I love it. I love a channel. I love the channels.
Jermaine, let me tell you honestly what I think, Jermaine.
Yes.
I think Jermaine,
Yes.
yes indeed, that Andre is kinda hype sometimes and him said things. But that's how people are sometimes, right?
As a leader representing, a group.
Andre is just a little 30-year-old boy. You understand? It's not a mature.
And I'm only 43 years old. I'm only 43 years old with 3 LLC registered businesses in the United States.
But you're older than him. What I'm trying to say is, right? Andres is came on him live and him do something, and people trying to organize him into something.
And he's not listening. He's not listening to me. You know if I should play the amount of people in the group that contact me and talk about the very same thing, even you yourself, Karen, so don't be a hypocrite, please.
Yeah, we had a discussion about that. No matter about hypocrite, we had that discussion in front of Andre.
And he's still not listening. All right, be honest. All right, hold on, let me come off of the live. Perry, hold on. Perry. Come and control the live here, so please. It's not about the life of 5 people. I have 4,000 people in that one group. You don't understand what's going on here, Karen. Okay.
Pass me it. Pass me the weed. Orlando. The fuck? I don't know. These people over here, all these bad-minded Jamaicans have to say. Nobody cares about what you have to say. Nobody's on your live listening. There's only 5 people. First of all, there's not 5 people here. Second of the matter, I don't know why Jamaican people is like this. Like, Jamaican people just swear, like, if they have an issue with you, they could tell the rest of Jamaica, like, not to support you and that's it. Like, y'all don't run Jamaica. Like, I never seen a bunch of people, like, not all Jamaicans, just, I don't know, just a certain group I'm explaining that thinks they run everything and think they own everything. Like, y'all don't. You don't. Like, all my life, I see things with my eyes, and I tell people, yo, I seen this with my eyes. My own eyes, I saw this happen. Like, you shouldn't believe this person, you shouldn't trust that. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And then when that person or that thing happens, oh my God, Perry, you were right, I should have listened to you. Like, you want to tell me now you want to listen to me after I was already telling you the facts and coming to you as a good person with a good heart and letting you know and you didn't believe me, then when everything happens, then you want to believe me. I know you have to give people chances, but if you cross me the first time or F me over, however you want to say it, kick me in the butt one time and then you do it again, third time, yeah, no. I'm this type of person where I have a good heart. I'm nice to strangers. Like, if I see somebody who needs food and I have it, I'll be like, here, take my food, here. Like, if I see somebody that doesn't have lunch, I'll be like, here, I have this extra, you can have this. Like, I'm this nice person. Even if I don't know you, I work with you in school, whatever it may be, or I'm going somewhere and I see you need help, I will help you. It may not be all the time, but there's times when I do. Like, I'm not expecting, like, something from it. I just, like, you know, you just got to help others at times. That's what life is about. You help people in need when you can. life isn't about like, oh, you're poor or you work poor and like being selfish with money. Like, I feel like if you really study society and like really study people, you would honestly know that money is the root of all evil. And if you're Jamaican, you already know what I'm talking about because like your mom said it or your father or like your grandparents or family or somebody said like money is the root of all evil. It's not all October people that know the truth because there's some October people, Libra, Scorpio, whoever it may be, that sit behind lies. I'm a Libra. I know how it is to sit behind lies. I don't believe in lying to people. I don't believe in telling a fib story and making that story become the truth. I believe in saying the truth and just but the truth. Like that thing hurts me. Like when you call somebody out with a lie and they still lie to you, it's like it's not all like I don't know. People need to understand like yeah, the truth can hurt you. Yeah, the truth can do things, but I know for a fact that I learned in church from a young age that states to me like the truth shall set you free. Yeah, it may be bad. Oh, not for me either. But I know some October people where they lie, like bad. I'm October 4. Like, I'm a Libra. I'm not saying all Libras are perfect now. I'm not saying all Libras are great, but, or whatever October sign you may talk about. But for Libras specifically, I met a lot of Libras that are toxic, that are like just clouded, that aren't really awoke. If I'm getting what you're saying, if you know what I'm talking about with astrology, you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people that aren't awoke, that are like, just falling back to the toxicity of like their sign and like toxic traits of it and just staying with it. Like, I'm not with that. I talk the truth too, and people don't like me. Some people tell me, "Oh, it's not always good to talk the truth. Like, you should mind your business and like just stay quiet." I'm like, no, like I always stay quiet. Like, why should I always be quiet? Some people need to hear the truth. I'm just all about the truth. Like, be truthful. Like, you can say the truth and help somebody. Like, you don't have to say the truth and be mean. You don't have to say the truth and I can't be fake either. Like, I don't like being fake. I don't like being like rude to people. Like, I tell people straight up, like, I like being nice to strangers. Like, I could talk to strangers. Like, I won't go up to a stranger and like have a whole conversation. But like, if you're in the same room as a stranger and like because of work or because of school or because of a meeting or something, like I'll be like, hey, how are you? Like, how's your day? Like, this is not like, oh, like, got anything fun planned? Like, just start conversation because it's like I came from New York, and it's like, you have this mean face on. You walk fast. You don't say hi. You don't really look at people. Somebody's looking at you too long or too hard. Like, it's an issue. Like, people push you. People are just rude in general. So, when I moved out of that environment, I was like, I want to be the person that I always wanted to be. I wanted to live in a place where I always wanted to live. Like, even though I love the city and I'm a city boy, and the city will always be like my heart and where my heart is at. Like, I moved with my man to a residential area, where like if you gotta talk to your neighbors, it's not like, what are you talking to me for? Like, it's like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, oh, we're neighbors. Like, okay, great. Like, what's up? Like, stuff like that. Like, there's many, like, you wanna be somewhere like I always wanted to like live in a place where that's like good to raise kids. You get what I'm saying? So like eventually if you have to raise kids, it's like you don't gotta worry about, oh, is my kid gonna get kidnapped? Like, is my kid gonna get robbed? Like, is my kid gonna have to deal with these stuff? Like, I don't want my kids to like really experience what I had to dealt with growing up with too much. Like, you gotta watch your back, like you gotta watch your belongings and all this hardly and all this. Like, I didn't want that. And in general, I wanted to be in a place like I told you where I'm like safe. Like, I don't gotta watch my back over here. Like, it feel good, you know. Like, it feel great. Like just being somewhere like you bump into somebody and it's not like, oh my god, like why the hell you bumping into me for? Like, oh my god, like it's just great. Like I haven't had any crazy interactions with people or anything since being down here in Florida. Like I remember in New York, like I was coming home from college with my best friend and I was heading uptown into the Bronx going back home. And like the train was packed and there was like space next to the door and like I got in with my friend and this guy just pushed me off the train and was like, where you're going. And like this is New York City, like, you know, the trains is packed. Like they're coming late every like 10 minutes, 20 minutes because there's an issue with the tracks. Like I want to get home and the only train I could take up into the Bronx that leaves me at my spot or I can connect to is the 5 train. And like during rush hour, 5 something, I got pushed off the train by somebody. And I have never been touched by somebody on the train. I never got pushed by somebody off the train. It was like my first time getting pushed off the train by somebody. And like it was really like annoying. It triggered me. It made me really tight. Like it was somebody like just like me, a person of color that just pushed me off the train. I was like, wow, like my own people like really just pushed me off the whole train. Like wow. Like it wasn't like that was the last crazy experience I experienced in New York. And then like 2 years later I left. An experience before that I experienced was I remember one time me and my best friend was walking home. We were going to like the 4 train so that we can like connect and go home. I remember one time we were walking to the train and like these 2 guys were like dead ass speed walking behind us, like following us. Like anytime we went like turned the corner or like sped up to like get them out of sight, like they just walked or ran faster. And I was like, what the hell? Like I experienced like so many like weird out, like crazy near life death experience in New York that like yeah, I love the city, but back in my mind I was like, I always gotta watch my back. And that's something I really did not like. And to some of y'all it's like, oh, what he's talking about, oh, I experienced worse, or like I've been through way worse. Like, what is he talking about? But for me, being this happily bubbly person, like almost getting robbed or like getting pushed off a train, for me, it's like, do I really want to keep like going through this or having a possibility of being something? I was like, nah. I was like, nah, that's something I really don't want to keep going through. Like, I didn't really even like riding the train, to be honest. Like, I love the train. Like, I tell you, miss it down here, but like, over there, I really didn't like it for the simple fact reason, like, it takes long, it takes a while, and then the whole thing, you gotta deal with like crazy people in the situation I just explained. And it'd be like so annoying. Like, I remember I followed this page on Instagram that shows like this person in like the living on like the 60th floor penthouse in New York. And like people be like leaving comments like, it's crazy how like you pay 5,000 a month for that. And the page responds like, it is, but like the view. And I'm like, I'm such a view person. Like I always wanted to be up in a high rise. Like I always wanted to be up in some city, living up in some high rise and being able to see the sunset. It would be nice. I don't know. I feel like the sun is very majestic, and watching the set is very peaceful. Like yeah, watching the sunrise is good and all too. It's like the same like effect, but I don't know. Something with me and the sunset just like clicks a lot more, and it's like I just love it. And like Oh, I want to see the sunset down here. Like, I need to find like this high up area where like I can watch the sunset. Period. Or like find this low area that has like this nice view of it of where like the sun just sets. It'll be great. I would love that. Sunsets are great. Like, I don't know. It's like when I'm out of the city, I miss it. But then when I go back to it, I'm like, ah, same old, same old. You feel me? I don't know. I know for a fact I want to try insomnia cookies. And if you know insomnia cookies, you know exactly what I want. Like those soft baked cookies, get it hot and fresh, get mad different like assortments of them, and then you could get it with like either like by itself or you can like order the ice cream sandwich one and they give you like two fresh hot cookies and then they put like ice cream in the middle. Oh my god, I wanna go to Insomnia. Like I always wanna go to it in New York. I've been there like once and I always wanted to go back. And I didn't. I need to go. And there's one down here in Florida. I was like, oh my god, yes. It made me so happy. It's gonna be worth it. So what's everybody doing tonight? Or this morning? What's going on this morning, y'all? What's going on this morning? What's going on? Tashi T. Good, about to sleep. I'm gonna do that in like the next hour or so. Waiting on my cat taxes, kiss my teeth. Like I said, I can't wait to like file mine, but 7-Eleven is being ridiculous. And I honestly have to talk about them because we love big companies that want to take advantage of its workers. And because of how their company is set up, they act like they can't take initiative, but they really can. So, me with 7-Eleven. So honestly, I heard sort things about racetrack and all this, but I honestly feel like if I worked for them or like Wawa, it would have been like so much better. Like, I don't know what's the problem with these people at this franchise in Orlando, zip code 32809. I don't know what their issue is, but it's like I feel like these people, when it comes to when they have issues with, I don't know, customers or like corporate, I feel like they take the initiative and jump on it. But I don't know, because I just quit or something, they're just wanting to like be petty or something. I don't know. Because it's like, why hasn't my pay stub been sent out? Where is it? Why, when I email y'all about it a second time, there is legit no response. And I sent out an email throughout your website in your feedback form. And I sent an email legit in my email app with your email and got no response. It's about to be a week with no response. I think tomorrow, I think today makes a week actually, with no response. And I'm like, so my psychology mind and my Libra mind is like, so what are you covering up and what are you hiding? Because it could be that it got mailed out to my old address, but if it did got mailed out to my old address, y'all can just tell me that. But okay, let's not worry about that. I responded to the email that you said I can respond back to if I need any like follow up, and no response. And then when I try and email the email a second time after the first response went through, the second response bounces and says the email is like no longer in service. And I'm like, so you responded back from that email the first time I contacted you, and then when I re-asked my question of can you send it to my address, I need it at my address to be sent at my new address. The email goes through, does not bounce back, but then when I email 3 weeks later to that same email, it bounces back. So you got my email saying where I wanted to send it to, acted like you didn't see it, turned off the email thing, or however it may work, and then when I refollow up a second time, it bounces. Okay, that doesn't sound really business ethical nor business practical. Let's keep it moving down the structure of the issue. Now, if you know the government state of law is just like catchphrase, but if you know the law that the government puts out, the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, if I'm correct, IRS, they say on their website, employers must mail out W-2s by the 31st of that year, January. It's 2022. As of 2022, like I said, because we're in the year 2022, you must have sent it out as of last day, final deadline, the 31st of January. However, if you don't, it's not a big issue. It's not a big problem, because if necessary steps are taken to resolve it, then it's not an issue, but necessary steps are being taken, and now we're at like the final issue. I reached out before I called the IRS, which they say to do. Before you call us and make a claim about your employer not giving us, please reach out to your employer. I reached out to my employer 3 days prior. Nobody responded. Monday was a holiday, okay. Tuesday goes by, no response. Okay, call up on Tuesday later that day. Hey, I got no response this whole day. What's going on? Like, come on now. Like, these people be up. Their hotline is up all hours, because when I worked for the store, if you needed help with something, their hotline is up. So how can my email not be responding when it's the same department responding to my email? That's funny. Okay, let's keep it moving. Contact the IRS, whatever. Keeps going forward. Now we're at the point of journey where, okay, whenever I get that letter from them, the IRS, I have 10 days to give 7-Eleven to respond back with how I'm going to get my W-2. If not, I am going to have to do a verification form with the IRS, a substitute form basically. In order for me to do a substitute form, I need my pay stubs. They never gave me my pay stubs. So the issue just goes into who's really F tier. Is it me? Because how am I supposed to file my taxes if I don't have my thing, basically, my W-2, and I don't have pay stubs? What? Take a risk and use my direct deposit to try and verify it? Okay, I feel like they didn't pay me my right money, because I heard from a worker that was at 7-Eleven at my store that, oh, when you work truck nights on Tuesday, Thursdays, they pay you more. However, I'm supposed to be getting paid $12 an hour. So how are you going to pay me more if I work every other day but Tuesday and Thursday, and I don't work truck nights, and I'm $12 an hour? And honestly, what they said was true, because when they put me on truck nights and they somehow switched me off it when I never asked them to, my money went down. Because when I was on truck nights, I was making like $4.12, like $4.10. I can't access my W-2 or my pay stubs online, because when I put my social into their system, or my employer ID number they gave me, they say unable to verify, you're not in their system. And I'm like, that's funny how I'm not in your system when I left the job and I quit. So if I quit from the job and tax season is coming up, because I quit in like end of November, beginning December, how the hell you know taxes are coming up in less than a month? You gotta send out a form, and I need to access a form, and you're not even like, here's the form in email, or here's the form like this. On January 25th, they were like, the fastest way for you to pick up your form when I first emailed them on the 25th was, to come to the store and pick it up. First of all, when I worked in New York and the other jobs I work in Florida, I do not have to go to their store or headquarters to pick up my said forms, W-2 or pay stubs. So why am I gonna go to your store to pick it up? Like I responded on the 25th when the email went through to that email, I want it mailed out to my current address. The email went out, confirmed, no bounce back, no nothing, it went through. But then when I emailed them 3 weeks later to that same email to follow up, hey, did you mail it out to this address or not? What did y'all do? Did y'all mail it out at all? No response, and the email bounces back. So if I'm really putting one and one together, even if I didn't take psychology, it seems like you're trying to play a game. It really sounds like a whole bunch of bogus. And I really feel like one morning, like just going up to the store and honestly being like, knock, knock, like, where's my W-2 form? And if you cannot provide it within 3 minutes, I'm calling the cops and we're gonna have a whole issue. Because I know those same people who have to give me my W-2 form in the franchise is making sure that their business is straightened and that store is straightened and that their taxes go through. So how are you making sure your thing is straightened and then you're trying to F me over? Do you not know how the law of this country works? Do you know that what you're trying to do, if you really try and do, I have a whole case for it? Like, a lot of people may say, like, how I sound may not sound right, but I worked my hours. I put in my time. I put in my energy. I made sure everything was aligned up in that store. I made sure all that food was ready. Even if things turned out in a way where I didn't want it to turn out and things went sour and I had to leave, whatever, found something better. Great for me. I still, as a citizen of this country, need to pay taxes. And as an employer of this country, you're supposed to provide it to me. And I feel like if this causes me, which it is, to pay my taxes late, I'm going to find a way to create a case. I'm honestly going to be like, I have a right, because like I was supposed to, in my book, I wanted to file my taxes right away. Once it opened, I wanted to file it. Yes.